We are live for the Man United versus Bournemouth live stream. We have a special guest in today, as you can see, joined today by David Musgrave, JJ Murphy, and young MJ Murphy as well. They're probably better at doing analysis than our father, so it should be a bit good today. So we have 10 minutes to go, Muz. I must tweet out this. You take over there, and then we'll talk about bets.
All right, I was just going to go straight into bets, but
Maguire to score.
Strong team out, good team out. I would say United's biggest game of the season, considering what went on during the week with Chelsea losing. I think it's going to be Ole's biggest test of his managerial career, because his big issues is always motivating the players for these type of games that they need to win against a lower down team, and he can never do it. He gets them up for the top 4 matches, but can't do it for this. It's a case of, is today the day where he starts turning it around? Personally, I don't think so. I reckon it's 1-1 written all over it, and we're going to be very frustrated by the end of it. And MJ is going to know a lot of swear words.
Yeah. earmuffs, JJ. I think. Right, let's look at the bets here. What are you thinking, Moses? Is there anything standing out to you so far?
Yeah, there is like, again, I got to contradict myself here. I said it's going to be 1-1, but I'm actually backing Rashford for more than 2 goals.
I like it though. I like it.
Yeah, it's my betting brain doesn't have any logic. I'm all heart when it comes to it.
Yeah, I like that as well. Hold on, the power prices. Let's see one of these. Greenwood and Martial both to score 5-2. Is Greenwood's playing, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes to have 3 or more shots on target, 3-1. I love those bets. Like Rashford to score first, 4-1. Rashford hasn't really been playing that well, has he?
He's due one though.
He is due one.
Yeah.
He is due one. Fuck it. We'll go Rashford first goal. So, hold on. Where's my power prices? I have to do it on my phone because I'm an idiot and I don't want to. Anyway, right. Rashford first goal.
You're not backing Maguire to score, no?
Well, if you didn't leave,
you've been burned, have you?
If you didn't leave during the extra time against Norwich, you would realise that happened, and now I'm stuck in a nasty place. In the case of that bet is gone, I never got paid for it, and now it's a bet that I can probably never do again.
Yeah, but you said you had to do it again because if it like you'd rather lose the money than then you'd rather lose the money than it come up and you hadn't bet on it, like, you know.
Yeah, I'll probably do that one as well. So Jesus,
right, 9-1.
I had a good week without betting. There, I was doing well.
Without betting, you're supposed to have a good week with betting.
6 days clean, Rio.
Yeah,
it's clean. Man United scoring both halves. No, I don't like these corner ones.
I could have nearly got a mortgage there for a while.
I'm going with that bet. I go with that bet of Greenwood and Martial both to score as well. So fuck it. Those are my 2 bets. Here we go.
I think today is going to be the end of Martial. I think Martial is not going to turn up again, and we're all going to be like, right, let's get Jadon Sancho in.
Mm-hmm. What's the?
Yeah.
No. Greenwood's better than any Sancho.
I can't believe we fucking did 3 watch-alongs for some of the most dour games ever, and then last week we didn't do it, and it was probably the best they played. 3-0, exciting stuff.
That's the way the world works.
Typical. And I didn't even see the goals. I started watching it the 65th minute, and it was the most boring half an hour because they made all the changes. Hello. She agrees with me.
Oh yeah. Right, so Moses bets. Moz.
Well, I have 2 at the moment. I have Rashford to score 2 or more goals, and I have Harry Maguire to score at any time and Man United to win. And then I'm going to go for 1 more. There's 1 more that I probably fancy.
First Maguire, Maguire plus.
My head's gone here. I don't know what to do.
On the Magners.
I need to stay hydrated. Had big runs today.
Is it called Magners over there because they have a British Bulmers brand?
I reckon so. Yeah, because it said it was from Tipperary and the whole lot. Magner's light
Mm.
because I'm looking after my body.
Fuck's sake.
Look at you two fancy fellas with your haircuts.
I know, yeah.
Right,
We-
no corona in fucking Ireland anymore. I'm
We
still
come from
not
a
allowed
proper
to leave.
country.
I'm still
We
not allowed to
banished
leave
it.
the house.
You
You,
like St. Patrick, he came in and banished the corona.
yeah. Fucking Tony Hoolan did. That's what he did. He came in, banished the crowd, and now he's gone. Fair play to him.
Oh, you're all about Houlihan now, and during
I was
the
like him.
corona, you couldn't stand him at all.
That
And
was
now-
you.
Hold
What are
on, that was
talking
you.
about? Oh, I
That
was
was
like
you.
him.
I'm not even from Ireland. Wasn't even looking at the news. I didn't even
You,
know you
as
had
a
it.
medical
I
professional,
didn't even know you had it
disagreed
there.
with him.
Honestly, that's how little
Yeah.
notice I was taking.
We
I thought
basically
you
didn't have it. We were so good.
I thought you being an island would have shut down like New Zealand and not have had it. But sure, look.
Unfortunately, your bastards in your fucking country robbed the part of our island from us, so we couldn't do it
Oh,
properly.
I'm doing Man United to score a penalty as well.
What price is
Ah,
that?
you're pushing your luck now.
10-3. That's a tasty one.
Oh, that's a good one.
They'll definitely get a penalty. They're getting loads of penalties, and with VAR, you can't not
Yeah, with
get
that-
a penalty now.
That's why you're pushing your luck. Although with the front three, I reckon we've gotten so many because the front three are so kind of fast and tricky. Like.
Yeah. Is it really pushing your luck if you're just addicted to gambling?
No, we need to
No.
sync up as well. Yeah, that's a good point.
Did you see the thing I sent you on yesterday about United's front three of
Yeah.
Rashford, Martial, and Greenwood have as many
Yeah.
goals or more goals in less games than Liverpool's front three?
Yeah, but like Liverpool have the best front three in the world.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And all of our three are three, an average age of 22,
7.
Yeah.
and they're 28.
Yeah, all of them. They're like Liverpool are finishing the next year. They're done.
They're
We're gonna
finished.
have to
Jesus,
sync up as well.
Klopp was some ratty the last night.
Oh, stop! That was hilarious.
Why are you asking me questions about the game we just played?
Mm-hmm. Are we live? Or we are? I hope this is working.
Yeah.
It says live, yeah.
Right, where are you lads in your stream? Because we're gonna have to sync up.
Bournemouth just walking out.
Lad with a
David
broken
Brooks
leg.
is just passing.
Did he did broken hand, lad?
I've got telly. I can pause today.
Oh, great. Moz, how are you?
I don't know. Like they're up in the sky.
United just out.
are
Now.
Yeah, me too. I think we're on the exact same.
Oh, we're grand.
Say it when Greenwood walks over the line.
Hey.
No.
No, he's
Oh, we're perfect. We're perfect. We're all good.
What's your opinion on neck beards? Should I shave under there and just keep the rest, or do you keep that bit as well?
no. You select the whole lot.
You have to. If
And
you try
even-
to do that, you're just going to go too high.
Even
like.
the shitty bit down
straight-
here.
No, straighten
no,
that.
get
But
rid of
don't
that,
cut
yeah.
under the chin, like.
No.
I'd love a big full beard. This is 2 days growth.
You could grow a full beard. Like you're the hairiest man on fucking
Yeah.
earth. Like
Would your
You
chest
would.
eventually connect to your neck, like?
Yeah, I have little twigs here, so if I left it go long enough, it would just be one line all the way down.
you wouldn't grow a
Right.
beard. You grow a fucking jumper.
Yeah.
Hold on. I know.
I've-
Hold on 1 second. You said that was 2 days of growth. I feel like that's a joke, but neither of us took it as a joke because it's gonna be
Have you started getting like whiskers up here in your cheeks?
Oh,
as well,
yeah.
when you're getting old.
Oh, I've had those for
They're-
years.
yeah. Rotten.
And the
My
old
beard-
nose hair and the hair around the top of the ears and everything.
And the eyebrows.
No, I've
You
never had
probably
to
pluck
touch my eyebrows.
Cara plucks
You
mine for
definitely
me.
pluck
Great.
Never touched them in my life.
Mine
You
is
Never.
definitely plucked them.
Never. It's
Yeah,
the
you
only-
have-
it's the
Are
only-
you have you liar?
it's the only part
Even
of
an
my
eye
body.
roller, you definitely pluck your eyebrows.
No, it's the only part of my body. It's baffling. The
Sean?
scientists don't know how it's possible.
Yeah.
I should have a uni.
Sean,
bit.
we're all relatively synced up with the drink. We're usually on the same brand somehow.
Yeah. What are you drinking, Moz?
Magner's Light.
Did you give up on the strong tea that you were buying there from Carrio?
No. I was actually meant to go downtown, but it's one thing or another happened. I couldn't go.
There's been a
Sean,
few
it's-
questions about that on here, so I think we need to address this fact.
You're
What?
3% Hells, bro.
3% beer.
It was
Is
delicious.
it even
though.
beer if it's 3%? Is it even beer if it's 3%?
No. It's like a rock
It's strong. It's strong water, like
Yeah, it was nice.
3% beer and hard seltzers. Jeez,
Oh, I have
you've
a
changed.
few. I have a few different seltzers actually come up today. Oh, I have something. I actually have one beer that'll make up for it all today. So we'll wait for that.
Better be a
You've changed from the days of college with cans of Excelsior and bottles of Baileys when you were a real man.
Have I?
Not even Baileys, McCormick's or whatever it was called.
Oh, why would anyone buy Baileys when that's for sale for like 10 quid cheaper? It's the
€4
exact
or
same.
€5 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice, lovely.
Yeah, it's lovely. Yeah, beautiful. I actually have a bottle of West Coast Cooler. Oh fuck! I must close the door. Down in the man cave, but
West Coast Cooler for the lady.
Tony
Do you have
Marshall.
Wicked?
I don't actually. I must just close this door. I'll be back in a second.
You still need Rashi to get a goal, don't you, JJ?
One, yeah, just one goal. He'll probably get injured now again.
Yeah, it's not looking great for him.
And then Marshall will get about 3.
I'm very
And
anxious
Sean
about this game. I can just see this being like Bournemouth, useless, and we'll end up drawing with them.
I'm actually not. I think that we'll beat them handy.
They should win about 4 or 5-0 if they have any use in them.
Yeah,
Like,
I fancy a 3-0.
They should do what City did to Liverpool.
Are we all started now? Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, just now, yeah, kicked off.
We'll give the time for the people who want to sing up with us if they're watching after, maybe, or something. On Pogs. Thank you, NHS.
Greenwood.
Thanks, Muzz. Thanks, Muzz.
Muzz, why are you not wearing an NHS badge?
I haven't got one.
Hold on, we give the time. 20, 21.
I should have the
22.
part.
What time are you on, lads? Yeah, Muzz, what time are you?
27, 28, 29.
29.
Yeah,
30.
we're all the same. Perfect. Clear it, you fucking shit Spanish prick.
Oh my god!
I like it though. I like it. Bit of
I
component.
don't like it at all. There's no need for it.
Lads, this would be the perfect time for Rashford to score because I've backed him to score first goal, and if he scores, I have to pay JJ the money, so I'll actually take away some of it from me. So it'll be all good.
What do you win if he scores?
What have I have a $5 on it, 4-1, so I get 25 back, so I'll half the money back for you. So that's not too bad.
Not bad.
Hit it, Rashford.
Actually, I was just thinking. Myself and MJ are watching the second half of Brighton Norwich there, and I was actually thinking, has fucking Pookie scored since he scored that goal to win you the bet?
He has, yeah. He had another bit of a run there where he scored like 3 goals in a week, but other than that, he hasn't.
What's he on for the season, though? Like, because I got torrents of abuse for saying he wouldn't score 10, and I'd say he's barely above it.
I'd say he's 12. Hold on, we look it up here. Pechita.
He badly needs to go on a run of goals to get another club.
Premier League top scorers. I love the way I can voice.
Danny Ings.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Hey. Lads, should we sign Danny Ings?
No.
Nah, unless he's dirt cheap. No.
Let's see. So Vardy top scorer, Aubameyang 19, Ings 18, Salah 17, Aguero 16, Mane 15, Jimenez 15, Rashford 14. Jesus, Martial's on 14 as well. JJ, you're fucking sorry.
Like Rashford being on 14 goals and being out for pretty much
11.
half of the season is some going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, he wasn't out for half the season because the season fucking stopped.
Yeah, but he missed a few games. Like,
must have gone very quiet.
And how right was I about Pookie? I said he barely scored 10. I said 9, was it? And he's on 11.
He wouldn't barely score 10. You literally said he'd score less than 10. He scored 11. There's about 5-6 games left.
Yeah, he won't score another one.
Yeah, but when JJ said that, he was like on 6 goals after 2 games.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
And I got... Yeah, I did. He was after the game scored a hat-trick.
Yeah, you did, in fairness.
And I got dogs abuse from people on Twitter because you called out the bet.
Pogba
stuff.
But JJ, that was prime JJ, like just being a fucking mad bastard and not giving a shit.
Legend.
Yeah.
And I would have been right about Tuanzebe as well if he wasn't made of glass.
Has he even played?
What about your beloved Angel Gomez going
fucking joke
further afield?
I actually I saw Sean having a bit of a spat.
Yeah, I was wondering what you were thinking about that. Go on.
I was fully in agreement with you until I read an article yesterday saying he's represented by his father and brother, and I was like, good riddance. He'll
Yeah.
never kick a ball for anyone.
Lads, what the fuck are Man United doing?
What were you saying on Twitter, Sean?
I was saying, like, you know, people were giving out saying, oh, he didn't want to commit to the club. Why would they give him games and all? But, like, why would he commit to the club when Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has no interest in playing him? When Solskjaer said at the start of the year he was going to give you the chance, himself and Chong and all. Okay, he's given Rashford, Martial and Greenwood a chance, but how could you not give them a chance? Like, it's the likes of him and Chong. He should be given chance to, and he's given him almost no chance. What, 2 games this year Gomez played? Why the fuck would he stay?
Maybe he's just not good enough.
But I kind of agree with you. He didn't give Gomez a chance, but you're wrong.
Yeah.
He doesn't give you the chance.
But like,
He definitely
what
does.
you apart? Okay, Brandon Williams has come in. He hasn't played the last 15 games in a row.
Greenwood is starting.
Greenwood. But who else? Like,
If you're good enough, you start.
yeah, but like, is Angel Gomez good enough to give him a try in the team ahead of Jesse Lingard, who has played 10 games this year? Like,
All right.
ridiculous. Like, why would you, like, even if Angel Gomez in training, you think maybe he's not good enough? Like, we know Jesse Lingard's not good enough. Throw him into 2 or 3 games and see. Like, he never did that.
Yeah, but I think
I agree with that point.
There's professionalism that comes into it then as well, though. If you feel that a person isn't good enough in training, not giving it in training, why would you then reward them with a starting place?
I don't know if that's
things.
I don't know if that's true.
There's a bigger thing than just giving somebody game time or something.
Yeah. Like, how true is that as well, though?
That we don't see.
I was in that thing I read that his father's his representative. They were saying that he agitated for a loan move on the final day of the transfer window, and apparently staff at the club were actually laughing at the way they went about it. So I'd say he was probably just like they offered him 30 grand a week, and he was saying no. So I'd say they just said, "Grand, he's not committed to the club. Good luck."
You know, that's probably a good point. I don't know about the not committed to the club part, but the father like being his agent and the brother.
Yeah,
that's not going to, like, when you have amateurs like that, it's impossible to do. Like, what are you supposed to do if you're Man United's, you know, position?
I also think there's something bigger at play here with Billingham possibly going to Dortmund and Angel probably feeling that he's already competing with enough. If a certain Sancho ends up arriving at the door, he's going to be even further down the pecking order. Yeah. So I reckon there's something else brewing, as opposed to him signing a contract and then United looking for 10, 15 million from a club that probably won't pay it. He's in a much stronger position now, knowing that, well, I can just go anywhere and get a pretty decent contract.
Oh, Jesus fucking hell.
Well on.
Lads,
I told you this would happen.
Shit. We're playing stupid shit.
Yeah, no, we catch him on the break.
Do you know what we're expecting, though? We're expecting Bournemouth to come. Oh, come on, Luke. I was actually looking at yesterday. Luke Shaw is 5-1 to have a shot. Go on, Ashley.
That all United is gone with Bruno Mons. You're forgetting that.
But we're playing Bournemouth as if Bournemouth are playing someone else and just passing around and being all nice and playing at home. And Bournemouth are actually tearing into us a bit. That's what's fucked up here.
You're a Bournemouth fade.
Must you watch any of my stream?
If you got Nathan Ake at the back.
Do you not like Nathan Ake, no? I think he's good.
He's an athlete, but he's stupid and useless. He's how would I put it? He's like an athlete's body, but Wes Brown's head. He's guaranteed a mistake.
Wes Brown. Oh shit! Spinal. Just when I've been back, he's all right. He's fine.
Get off, Rashford. He's up.
Psychological.
He's up, Mons.
Get on with it.
Who do you think is the most mentally weak person on Man United's team?
Oh fuck! That's a big fall, lads.
Not this. Fuck's sake! If you don't get up from that.
Oh.
Do you know who Man United should sign? Jason Brown instead of fucking Ed Woodward.
That I agree with. He would sort.
Just go after loads of trouble players.
So he would.
Mo's, a question for you. How much are we losing on Maguire today?
Too much for me to know better.
Remember, I found your account on Twitter the other day. Your hidden account that was saying like, if you're betting under 10 grand, are you really betting or whatever? Comment section is open.
Was it 100 grand? Was it not?
Was it? I was 100 grand. Yeah, but that fucking idiot. What's his name? I can't remember.
Lads, we are being torn asunder here.
That lad.
I wouldn't say torn asunder, but sloppy.
Yeah, we're bad. Has Lindelof improved a bit?
No.
I don't know. I feel
That's
like
that.
he has.
he's a decent player until it comes to like having to man up against someone. Like he's
That's
a
what
very
the
stylish defender, but he can't head and he won't fight with anyone for the ball.
Mhm. Yeah.
No,
Come
no,
on.
no. Give.
But has got pole
Rashford,
position.
get in.
Just to let
Did
you know,
he?
Sean, since you're a big
Class.
F1 fan.
I am. Whip it in. Oh. Who's second?
Lewis and Max is third.
Do you know what I'm really looking forward to is George Russell going to them in a couple of years, and he's going to be
And
like
being
better
shite.
than he'd be better than Lewis, and Lewis will go fucking mad. Like Lewis will lose it if anyone's better than him. Like,
Yeah, because he's a winner. That's
Is
what
he though?
winners do.
Is he though? Like,
he actually is.
I know, but
He actually
nah,
is.
is it though? Like, are you a true winner when you're winning when there's no competition? Like, he's cakewalked every single one of them. Like, real winners are like some Man United who win it when there's 4 or 5 teams breathing down their neck. Like, Liverpool are not real winners when they just walk it. Like, so.
That's true. That's true.
What player do you think should replace Matic as
Didn't it-
centre defensive midfielder in the long term? Great question.
Well, JJ's going to say Scott McTominay. I don't think there's anybody out there. Like, I literally
Yeah,
don't think
Scotty.
there's anybody out there.
Verratti.
Scott will do the job.
I think Billy Gilmore will do the job. He's class.
So we should have gone for
No, no. Yes.
Oh my god, what a miss. What a
I know,
miss. I would have fucking put that in with the back heel of my right leg.
Yeah, that's a bad miss, and I just
Oh, yeah,
scared
you're
the
left
shit out of MJ.
Oh, what a miss.
All right, MJ. Oh, she's waving.
Even
Oh, he
square
didn't
it.
even have to go over. He should have just not make it.
Is there any player? What about Ndidi?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good.
Or do you know what they
Good.
should do? They should go back for Gueye from PSG since they signed. Didn't they sign Panic?
No, Panic has gone to Barcelona, and Arthur has gone.
Oh, and Arthur's
Yeah.
gone the other way.
What was I going to say there? JJ, you'll agree with this one. Thomas Partey.
Yeah, and he's going for like 40 million, which is nothing.
Yeah. Apparently, Saul is like possibly available as well, but I don't know what he play in that position
Nah.
per se. But he's good.
We just need to forget him. Unless Pogba's going, buying him is a waste of time. And I don't think Pogba's going anymore by the looks of it. And I kind of say the same with Grealish now at this stage.
I don't want Grealish at all. He's miles
I don't see the
overrated.
point in Grealish.
Yeah, and not if Pogba stays.
Grealish
Like,
is
if-
just a slightly
buy-
better Andreas Pereira. Slightly.
Yeah, if you
We got-
buy Grealish, you're paying 60 million for him for somebody that's not going to make the starting team.
We got called out big style by one of the lads actually for wanting or talking about Grealish. He was like, his exact words were, "Any Irishman that wants Grealish is not an Irishman."
Well, I'm a Brit, so it makes no difference.
Speaking of central defensive midfielders, what about Declan Rice?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I'd be all over it.
Yeah.
I'd be all over it. I said it
We're
last
not,
year.
we're not Irishmen, so
Lamps is going to get him though.
yeah, he probably. They're gonna have fucking some. I think Dams doesn't need him. Billy Gilmore's better than fucking Declan Rice. That lad is class. Scotland are gonna win the World Cup. Scotland are the best midfield in the world.
They actually have a good
They're the new
young
Belgium.
team coming up.
Yeah, Scotland are
The
new
new
Belgium. I
Belgium.
was going to say it. They actually are. Have they? Who else have they? They've McTominay, Gilmore. Who else?
Come here. Have you
Tierney.
ever heard? Have you
Who?
ever heard that?
Robertson. Rashi.
Oh,
Have you ever heard the fella who gave the ball into Bruno
Bruno.
for his
Oh,
chance?
I don't know.
That was a great ball. in.
Pogba, I'd say.
But have you ever heard your lad that rang into Talk Sport going on about
Anthony
the
Niemi.
goalkeeper?
Yeah.
That's like
He's
That's
finished.
one of
He's only 28.
what was that?
That's one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
They were going on about like why certain players weren't getting played for Scotland, and he was going on. I don't know who he was playing for at that time. Was it Celtic maybe?
No, I think it was Hearts. Hearts, I
Oh
think.
yeah, the keeper for there, and they're like, why isn't he playing? You know, he's doing so great and everything. And your lad on the radio was like, because he's finished. And the Scottish fella that was ringing in, he's like, what? He's not finished. He's only 28. And then I was like, no, he's from Finland.
Oh,
Anthony Niemi. Oh, I can't do it.
Funny.
Doing your say Anthony Niemi in your Scottish accent, Muzz.
Anthony.
Yummy. Aye. Can you understand people who's talking like that Scottish like nonsense speak?
Yeah.
Do a bit of it there. Go on.
I can't do any of it.
Can you not? Aye.
As if we get one goal here, the floodgates are going to open.
Yeah, but we're playing everything through the middle, like they're lofting in balls from central, like instead of going wide.
And like Rashford just playing the other way. Every time the ball comes towards the goal, Rashford just runs away.
Oh,
He
little
didn't
left
think
one.
He's two for him. Oh, I thought he was going to two for him.
He even pulled out of that.
He's some yellow belly.
Oh, Pogba. That's the sort of
Has
position
he
though,
any children?
where you get away with two-footing someone. Ramsdale, I signed him in FIFA. He did me well for a year or two.
Like, why didn't he just poke the ball away and he was down? He pulled out instead. Oh,
Pachita.
he's so frustrating because he could be good.
Where's my bin?
But you can.
Go on, Bruno.
Lads, we're not playing well at all.
No.
Oh, we've been alright the last 5 minutes or so. We didn't start great.
Yeah, but there's no penetration.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Oh,
Oh,
horrendous.
Jesus.
Harry Maguire.
Oof.
On Harry.
Two for him.
Oh,
Oh,
he got
for
done.
fuck's sake.
my God.
Goal. Oh my
Oh
God, Harry
my
Maguire is
God.
a fucking joke. One of my bets is gone out the fucking gate.
That's king for you, is it?
No,
No.
lads. Maguire and De Gea are atrocious there.
Yeah, the hair has to go.
Jesus Christ. Nutmeg on the line and then he scores at the near post.
Harry Maguire is a joke. I love the way loads of people come in when Man United concede.
Oh, for fuck's sake. He was terrible the first time as well. Hold on, watch De Gea here. Oh my God.
He
Oh
always
my
gets beat there.
God.
De Gea always gets beat there. Like it's a lot De Gea's fight, but look, how can Harry Maguire get nutmeg in his own fucking box? Give away a fucking penalty there before you get nutmeg, you shit cunt.
My 1-1 was a great shout, and my shout of United being unable to beat lower down teams is also a great shout, and my shout of Ole not being the manager United need, also a great shout.
All great shouts by
De
us.
Gea.
Niall Healy, Rashford is so timid since return, expected after his injury and then the layoff. Yeah, but like, how
It's
he's
not
been back for.
expected.
She's been back for 4 or 5 weeks before the layoff, and he's played 4 or 5 games now. Like, when the fuck is he just timid? Like, how long is it gonna fucking take?
He's always been timid, though.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, Rashford.
Rashford-
You're dead right about Rashford.
He's not a lad that just goes running around chasing and kicking fellas. He's a fancy man.
He wants to be a
wouldn't
fancy
say that, no.
man. He never will be.
I wouldn't say that, no.
Shit.
This
Every
is
time we
very-
concede a goal, I think we're
this
shit.
is very disheartening, but also very predictable.
Yeah, it always happens.
How
I
can
know.
you predict Harry Maguire getting nutmegged on the line and De Gea coming off his post when a man is on the inline? Like, did he have a stroke or something at some point that no one found out about?
Yeah, about fucking 10 minutes ago.
Only for the Rona, they'd be cashing in on him this year, I'd say.
But lads, did any of you watch the Spurs Sheffield United again?
A bit of it.
The Harry Kane goal that was ruled off because
Oh.
Mora had ball.
Oh,
What a joke.
But Henderson was woeful.
Was he?
He was
man,
pathetic for it. Like,
is that the one that like hit? Oh no, it was the offside one. Was it the what game was I with?
it rolled right beside him, and all instead of just putting like diving, he tried to stick out his leg, and it just went right beside him and into it. It wasn't even in the corner. Like,
Oh no, I didn't see that one. What was?
this is going to be a
that-
horrendous game now because Bournemouth, like a draw would be a great result for them, so they're just going to defend for now the next 60 minutes.
I actually think that's better for Man United if they give Man United room to play. Like we were struggling at the start of the game because they didn't give us room to play. So I actually think it'll be better for us if they do
Who
sit
hits
back.
this? Who hits this? I say give it to
Rashford,
Pogba.
knuckleball, top corner.
Fuck off, Rashford, you fucking prick.
Pogba.
No, Fernandes going to take it.
Yeah, for now. Who have I backed?
Oh,
Who hit it?
Rashi.
Oh,
Rashford.
actually, I missed that fucking prick. So I have Greenwood, Martial anytime. I still like that bet. What's your other bet, man? Oh, Ramsdale, my boy. Moses bets Rashford 2+ goals. Ooh, Maguire And Man United win. Well, Maguire has basically fucking scored, yeah, so. Go for another seltzer, lads. What you think it is, JJ?
Lindelof. Embarrassing. Put it away before more people see it.
Ole out, I think.
I completely agree. Patch in. Now's the time.
Patch in. Now is the time, yeah.
Like,
For him to be here.
how is this not a game that you are like everybody should be going for it? You win, you're in fourth, you're putting pressure on everybody around you. Bournemouth are capitulating at a fucking outstanding rate. And
someone check the score of the Leicester game there.
No.
Is it?
Yeah.
I fancy Palace to do them, and then we could slip in there.
Will you shut up with this relying on other teams to do other teams? Like, literally, if United win every game from now until the end of the season, they get fourth. So that's all they should be worried about.
Well, not really, because if United win every game for the rest of the season and Chelsea, I know, because then we'd have to play Leicester. So yeah, we'd get that. Yeah. But does it
quickly back down to that one
league,
there, JJ?
Beep, beep,
well,
beep, beep,
because
beep.
it wouldn't make sense. It wouldn't make sense unless you were playing them, or else you have to rely on other teams to beat other teams, which is the whole point of a league. Which is
Lads, we're going to get. Do you know what's going to actually happen here? We're going to be all over Bournemouth now for the next 20 minutes, and then we're going to get caught in the counter attack because they're literally just sitting back so much. It's ridiculous.
Or what'll happen is we'll score one and then be pushing for the last 10 minutes to score a second, and then Bournemouth will catch us and win 2-1.
Typical United, like.
I said 3-1
Bournemouth. You said 3-1. Yeah.
3-1, John. I'm in United, but I said Bournemouth after Mons pushed me. This stuff is fucking lovely, lads. Summer Fruits Copperberg. Penalty. Oh, is that a shot? Maybe it's a shot on target.
Yeah, well,
no.
It was definitely a shot, but it was blocked.
So it doesn't count.
Oh, go on, Nixon! Penalty! Nah. Pachita. That's awful warm.
Said he did.
Very close. I walked into it earlier on. Got a pachita down in my basement. How are my sound levels, lads? Am I loud?
They're always loud.
That's a good point. Bit Moz, that one's for you. Binsey, hey boys. Next one here. How far? Go on, JJ. You answer that one.
He won't even get them to the top four, so that's.
Well, we're guaranteed. We're guaranteed top four. That's a non-question. Like, I would say in 2 years, he'll be challenging for the title.
What'd be better, right?
2 years. 2 years challenging for the title. What?
Yeah.
2 years.
That nearly split by me there for a second.
With Cardiff in League One or something, is it?
Go back 3 years and look how down Liverpool were. Right. Let's say this summer we go out and sign Koulibaly and Sancho. We'd be unreal.
Will you put MJ on the microphone there? She thought more sense.
She's watching here. She's a big fan.
If we were a good manager, we'd be there. Okay. But Ole's not a good manager.
That's true.
We're a shambles here. We're actually a shambles today.
I actually think we're better off not getting top four this year, sacking Ole, getting Poch in, and just rebuilding. We've a good base of a team for next year.
Ole is the luckiest man.
And who put it there?
Ed Woodward.
Ole. Thank God.
Yeah, the luckiest man going. Inherited a squad, like, first of all, the most demoralised squad ever because they got a dinosaur managing them, full of big names who didn't give a shit. He came in as a nobody manager, to be fair. He came from Molde. Got rid of all the big names and has United playing well. Challenging for top four, which is embarrassing for United, but look, that's where we are.
What big name to hear?
He's got Lukaku.
Yeah.
Sanchez.
Still at United.
Oh, got rid of him. He's got rid of Rojo, Smalling.
Big names, yeah. Big names.
They're all still at United. They're all only out on loan.
What other big names do we have? What other big
Pogba.
names do we have? Like,
Pogba, Rashford, Martial.
well, why would you get rid of the ones that want to stay? You got rid of the ones that are troublesome. Like.
You're the one trying to make the point.
Yeah, you was
And
above the proof
I've
here.
made it. I've made it.
You named one player. That was it.
Well, I named two actually.
Who was the second one?
Sanchez and Lukaku.
Sure, Sanchez is still at Man United, JJ.
No, he's not. He's actually in Inter Milan at the moment.
Well, he's on loan.
As bad
Well,
as
he's
like
at
the
Inter Milan.
defending and the goalkeeping was for that goal,
It
credit
was me in the top right
to the
corner. no?
actual goal itself, like to not make somebody
No.
and beat the goalkeeper near post. Pretty sweet
No.
goal.
Shut up,
No.
Mouse. We don't want those
That
players.
shot is a hit and hope because 90% of the time it won't win.
No, it's not though. Against De Gea, if you know De Gea, he never marks his fucking front post.
Lads, what's this short kick out thing about?
I have no idea.
It's pushing
It's not
us
like-
under so much pressure.
It's not like Bournemouth have like two big central defenders that are just going to head it out or anything. Like they're if you did this against Brighton with Duncan Duffy, I could understand, but against fucking Bournemouth,
And we've never done it before.
it's bizarre shit. Ole is trying to take him on as a footballer.
That's McKenna on the training ground during the week was watching Pep against Liverpool and was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, let's try this at the weekend."
Fuck's sake. Even if we win this fucking 10-1, I am United are shit. I'm finished with them. MJ agrees. MJ fucking agrees.
Bit of an overreaction.
Not at all.
Imagine if they turned it around and actually did win 10-1.
Oh, Wan-Bissaka.
Do you know what's fantastic, lads? That my team Leeds are coming up, so I'll have a proper team in the Premier League next year.
Fact.
Most I feel like you supported Charlton when you were young or something. You come across to me as a lad who'd like pick a Charlton or a Blackburn or something to support.
Who?
You.
No, we don't. We don't
Yeah.
flip
No, I
flip
also
teams like you do.
Mm-hmm. I actually just picked the best, but I couldn't pick Liverpool. But whip it in.
Oh, come on. Take Bruno off. He's done.
It is salty.
Oh,
Don't score.
Hit
you
it, hit it.
Fucker.
Give
Oh,
it
hit
again.
it. Great ball.
Ooh.
JJ Noel.
Lingard will get done here. Lindelof. Oh my god. Gee, some tracking back.
Oh, well done, Harry.
yeah.
We'll get
I
out
told
at
you,
8 o'clock
we're
tonight.
going to get caught on the counter. We're going to get
Harry
caught on the counter so bloody bad.
Harry Maguire made a tackle. We'll all go out at 8 o'clock in our front yards and give him a fucking clap. The useless bastard.
Greenwood dirt as well.
Who's this Kelly lad? I never before heard of him.
He's Stephen Kelly's son. Do you remember he used to play right back for Spurs?
Yeah.
No, completely made that up.
Leeds United are one up
Thinking
as well, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's out.
What age is Stephen Kelly?
Don't know.
Still nil all
I only
Crystal
thought that
Palace.
after I said, yeah, I'd say he's about 35, is he?
Maybe. Oh, hold on.
If we get him
Rumours-
before half time, we'll win this. If we don't, we'll lose.
Most, what you think about the rumours that Fertitas are interested in buying the UFC again?
Well, they'll get it for
Shit,
cut
it's the
price.
soccer.
They'll get
Yeah.
it for a serious cut price. So, like, it's probably the most genius bit of business going.
Will they get it for a cut price, though?
Of course they will.
Why?
Because those Endeavour
Oh.
lads are pumping money
Oh.
into it. And now all of a sudden they have had 3 months of getting shag all revenue in. They're probably burning through money. The brand itself hasn't been built up the way that they thought it was going to be built up. All the big draw names for the mediocre fans are not fighting to draw them in. So they will get for a cut price.
Define mediocre fan.
Well, like
Has-
you and me, JJ.
Casual fans,
Like
I mean.
90% of the fans.
Yeah.
100% there. Most.
Les Maric's passing has been impeccable the last one. Bruno.
Bielsa's
What
way.
about?
Go on!
Greenwood.
Yes!
My bed is on. My bed is on.
Yes! Sorry, Mary Jane.
Bruno!
What a
DLC.
finish, lads.
What a finish, Mary Jane.
He's the boy. He is the boy. But I still hope, lads, they
What
should
was
just
Musk
like.
saying beforehand? That
Hold
was
on,
Musk saying,
Muzz. Hold on,
it's going to
Muzz.
be shit. It's
He'll
going to
never-
be shit.
He'll never make nothing. He'll never
I'm
make
talking
nothing.
about Bruno.
Oh, you are, yeah, you fucking prick.
Am I not right about Bruno being the man?
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah. So I was right.
You said 10 minutes ago Bruno was finished.
Nah.
This guy is
Podcast,
better.
finish.
This guy is better than Mbappe. He's 100 times better than Sancho. We should fuck off with Jadon Sancho. Do not buy him. This guy is better. Mason Greenwood.
No,
better.
I actually think
he's
what you
a
do
9.
is you put him in number 9, and you forget about Martial, and you buy Sancho. Yeah, that's what you do.
I think he can play from the right. I think he'd be good. He left leg whipping. I think he's
But
good.
I think he'd also.
I know he's too good a finisher to be stuck out in the wing eventually.
Yeah, but the way teams play these days, look at Salah. Like he's scoring fucking 30 goals a season. And he's playing in the exact same position. The way the teams play with 3 these years, it's not like a central striker's actually getting less goals these times. Look at Firmino; he gets way less goals.
True. True.
To celebrate that, lads.
Excelsior. I'll put hair on your chest.
Hold on.
Rashford. Hit it
Cut
shot.
back.
No, give it to Martial.
Oh,
All
I
I
thought
need
it
is
was on
Martial.
for Greenwood left footer again.
that's the blades for you.
Lads, is Wan Bissaka the best tackler in the game ever?
Oh, well, ever.
Or is he out of position too much?
Hold on. We're caught here.
Go on, Victor.
Oh, well done, enough.
Did you put that up or did I do it? Mason Greenwood is our best young prospect since Ronaldo thought. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who-
no question.
Who else? Rashford is not as good as Mason Greenwood. Who did Muzz?
Angel Gomez.
Oh, that's red.
He probably is all right, to be fair.
That is red. Go to VAR. That's red.
That is a
all
red.
day.
That is a red.
Like, yeah.
Because he went for it. Like he raised it, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, she's putting the earphone on me.
Let's be.
you think
Excelsior is actually
red
not that
card?
bad.
Red card. Red. Daddy daycare while live streaming was a bit dangerous. Just putting the earphones.
Big Daddy Murph.
Oh, you'd Greenwood and Martial anytime. Good bet, Sean.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what? That was like 9-2 or well or something, is it?
Jeez, Mike Dean has a fantastic beard. Oh, they can't believe it's not a red card.
What was given for it, nothing?
Yellow.
Yellow.
Now, if you give a yellow, does that mean that VAR can't?
Oh, it can.
Go and have a look at it. It can.
It can, yeah, it can, yeah.
They're not.
Obviously not. Like that was as red as
100%.
Oh, Jesus.
5 to
Look at the
2.
reflexes by this one.
5-2. Greenwood and Martial. So, come on.
Do you think MJ is left-handed?
Bruno. No,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
definitely right-handed. But she's just...
Rashford.
Oh! I didn't know where that was going.
How many goals does Mason Greenwood have this year?
Say he's got one less than William.
Oh, yes! Yes! Come on, Mason. Come the fuck on, Mason. Come on.
Mason's going to catch him.
Oh,
He's on
fire.
fuck. Oh, yeah, so anyone who doesn't know, myself and Muzz had a bet at the start of the year who'd get more goals, Willian or Greenwood. Muzz did his best to try to pull out of that bet, but we're still on. Willian has one more at the moment. Harry. Muzz. Harry. Do you have Harry? Martial.
Handball!
Wall penalty. Harry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes!
Oh, yes! Let Martial take it. Up.
I don't care. I don't care who takes it when somebody scores it. That's all I want.
Wait, what have you?
That's all I want.
Why? What did you bet?
I backed United. I backed United to score a penalty, which you told me. Oh, you're really pushing me with that one.
Oh, yeah.
I never put that up, did I? Oh yeah, I did. Oh, I hope.
Ian, I'm in the money. I'm in the money. Oh, they're going to call this back for an offside, are they?
No, they can't. Sure, Pogba wasn't involved.
Was Martial offside?
No.
Would you take
Pogba.
Willian on a free? Jeez, that's a good question.
Yes. Yes, I
Probably
said it
would.
last week. All day.
He's a handy squad player.
But it depends on his wages.
Why the fuck is
no.
Rashford taking
Lads,
it?
why is Rashford taking
This is good for all my bets, so I should be happy, but I'm not. Why is Bruno not just taking this?
This is
Why
€50
is
for you,
Rash-
JJ. Offside?
Hold on, that's fine.
No, mile on.
For sure. Well, like, he's not involved anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
But that's why is Rashford taking this. He'll miss it. It should have been
Mark,
like why is
because-
Bruno?
Must be Rashi 2 goals.
Bruno's not missed
I
the
don't know.
penalty.
€50 for JJ
No, he
Murphy if
shouldn't.
Rashford scores here.
This is more United fucking around. Ooh.
Ooh.
Well done, JJ. Congratulations. You got your Pookie money back. Congratulations, Muzz, on winning one of your bets and getting halfway to your other bet. Fucking good day from us so far.
Bad day for my bookie. Bad day for my bookie.
First bad day in a long time.
Muzz, are you going to roll back on all the statements you said you were right on about 5 minutes ago there?
I actually have very bad short-term memory, so I can't
me too.
remember anything that I said.
What did he say, JJ? I can't remember. What did he say?
He's like, United dirt, won't finish top 4. Ole is not a good manager, needs to go.
Oh no,
He's
I
right,
stand by
though.
all those.
He is correct.
We'll finish third.
Oh, 1-0 Crystal Palace.
See?
Nah, it's not. Am I joking?
Oh.
Sorry, I won't do that
We still
again.
win, though.
Remember the
We're
time...
playing them last game of the season and we'll beat them.
Easy money Muzz for me, Nania.
That's a fact, Ian. That's a fact. They could be a good day.
Oh,
We're
De
going to
Gea.
eat well tonight.
Remember that time...
Lads, why are they messing
He's
around?
offside, I know.
Go on.
No, sure. There has to be offside. Yes.
Like, why are we
Premier
taking
League
these risks?
table. Is this a
Yeah.
live table?
Horrendous pass. Maguire just lashed the second time.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
He is,
He's
no, he
outside,
is.
yeah. Jeez, we've been a joke at the back.
Do you know, that's a strange one though, right? Because that linesman put up his flag pretty quickly, okay? And everybody kind of stopped, but the referee left the play go on. If VAR turned around and said, oh, he actually wasn't offside, would that goal then stand even though clearly the linesman
sure.
and everybody would have stopped?
Aguero against
Remember
Man
the
United.
Arsenal one?
Yeah.
That's
It shouldn't be, 'cause
nearly
once
worse. That's nearly worse than the ones that they cancel out because there's like arm hair offside.
Oh, but lad, did you see the one the
Yeah.
other day where your man like fell on the ball and he kicked it in and was like alongside him and I don't know the touch. What fucking game was that?
It was Mora.
Was it?
For the Harry
Was it
Kane
Mora
game I was on
though?
about.
Maybe it
He
was.
He got pushed, he
Kind of
fell,
hit him.
his
Yeah.
hand hit it.
It happened
It did.
Foden as well, didn't it?
I think it was
Oh, yeah.
Man City playing.
Yeah, Man City,
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
It was the Foden
It
one,
happened Foden. Foden fell and it hit off his hand or something.
Oh yeah.
wasn't it?
That one was more obvious because it's a stupid rule. Like it's a really stupid rule, but like it is the rule. So what are you supposed to do? My thing is after going off here. How did that happen?
The only thing is, like, you know, the way they always say in the studio, oh, you need to apply common sense, and like anyone who's played the game wouldn't give that.
Yeah.
But then, like, that's not a rule. That's subjective. Like, so
Yeah.
they're going to complain about that then when they get it wrong. Like,
Yeah,
I think it's
no,
better that it's black and white.
Yeah.
It's impossible to decide all that.
Yeah.
I think you just get rid of VAR.
Well,
Because,
just use
like-
it properly, like, let the ref go over and have a look.
You would have thought that having VAR would have gotten rid of like the controversy, but it's actually creating more controversy.
Yeah.
I wish we had the ability to put like a little small screen up here. Is there a possibility? No, it's just Muzz. Oh, go on, Wamba.
Oh.
Remember the time down in Cork we were watching the full Crystal Palace game and I couldn't see the screen and all JJ was doing was blowing about Wan-Bissaka for the whole game.
Yeah.
What's the name
How
of
long
that
ago did I
bar?
call that, lads?
Long time in fairness.
The Tormund, was it?
No.
No?
It was that big huge one?
Or the
Like
old oak?
Was that it with like naked women on the TV screens for no reason?
Nice. That doesn't sound
Um,
like a place I would frequent.
I think it's the old Oak roundabout. I'm not sure.
Maybe it is, yeah.
I don't remember the naked women
Oh,
part.
it is the old Oak.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and they didn't put it on. They didn't put the game on like the 10 big screens that were around us.
Yeah.
They only left it on like the one small one in a tiny little snug.
It's the place where you like a huge argument over Colm Cooper or something.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'd love pubs now, being able to book your table, sit down, have pints brought to you.
Unreal.
Yeah, but you have to leave after a fucking hour and a half, like, or whatever it is.
Yeah, but you just time
But
it
I
well.
wonder-
You go to one place for pre and the first half, and you go to the next place for the second half and post.
I wonder, could you used to reserve the table? So let's say the three of us were there. I reserved the table from 9 to 10. You reserve it from 10 to 11. I used to go on, I think.
But I wonder, could you do it like you go to,
possibly.
say, if you have two pubs, you go to one pub for an hour and a half, then go to another pub for an hour and a half, then go back to the other pub for an hour and a half. Like between the three of us, you could do 6 pubs and you'll be there for fucking 8 hours. Like.
You'll be
Right, lads,
scunnered.
I need to run there for a while.
Right.
I should be back. I'll be back later.
Bye, JJ. Never liked him. He's still here. He's gone. I think the rules are badly written, being exposed by VR rather than VR being bad.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think both are bad.
Yeah, but
VR,
I think it's right though if there was more clarity in and around the actual rules. But then again, rules are so hard, like to set in stone. Like they're not. I think they're always going to be open to interpretation.
Yeah.
I think if VAR was going to work, they would have had it sorted by now. But it's the fact that we've gone through a full season, we've gone through 3 months where they could have been doing stuff about it, that we've come back and we've been landing in the same situation. I just don't see it being feasible. And I don't know how it's been done so bad in the Premier League. And it worked. It worked very well in the World Cup, and it worked very well in other leagues.
Yeah,
but it's why do the Premier League feel that they need to have bloody lines drawn from players' kneecap in a pixel, that's like a potato, and decide then that should be offside? It should, like, that's not clear and obvious. That's what it should
100%.
only be there for, the clear and obvious stuff, not going finding why can't I give this goal. I think the big issue with VAR is it's a massive cash cow for the referees. We now have professional referees that would be fighting against each other to get matches each week, are now getting matches when they don't need to, because they're able to just go into Stockley Park and they're going to pick up their wage for sitting down watching VAR for a game. So that's why it will probably never go, because the referees are going to be making so much money out of it. It's their way of getting more money from the Premier League.
I think a big issue as well is, like, you know, it's still a game at the end of the day, like, where it's, you know, 11 players versus 11 players and a referee. And, like, it's not that anymore, because Mourinho said the other day, it's, you know, the journalist asked him afterwards, what you think of the referee? And he goes, which one? It's like, it is true, like, which one? Because, like, I think that's a huge problem as well, but other places where it gives the referee on the field the ability to look at the incident again. The Premier League never does that. Like, then we did saw it in the FA Cup once, but, like, I feel like it'd be a little bit more palatable to people watching and to the teams themselves if the referee on the field could actually make the final decision in close ones. Okay, fair enough. If you're fucking 10 feet offside, VR can do it, no problem. But like close ones, I think the referee in the field should be given the final decision.
I think the close ones, it should be like, oh, go check that on the screen. They go over to the screen and then they make the decision whether they want to change it or not. The issue now is VAR gives them an opportunity to hide behind it as well. So the officiating is getting worse because they're relying on VAR to make the decisions. And then if there's a decision that's made wrong, well, they can just shrug their shoulders and go, oh, well, some guy 400 miles away in the back of a van made that decision. What do you want me to do about it? I think the decision should always come back to the referee on the pitch. It should be a case of VAR goes, we want you to have a look at that. You go over to the screen, you look at the screen, and then you make up your own decision, because it should fall on the ref either.
Like, it has destroyed the game in, like, the middle of the game rather than, like, you know, for goals that are clear, it's fine and everything. But the problem is, if, say, there's a free here now where the ball is 30 yards out, and there's a ball like Bruno Fernandes plays the ball in or something, they're not going to give that free because they'll say maybe they'll score and we'll come back and give it. So the referee knows the decision to make, but he's not going to give it because he thinks something might happen. And then the game just goes on and the referee's not giving.
Yeah.
Like, that's changing the whole game. Like,
Yeah.
I'd rather a few mistakes. I'd rather a few mistakes than what we have. I hate it. Like, it's ruining it.
And the thing is, you can accept mistakes. It's when a system that's there to rule out these mistakes is still making mistakes. It's like, well, what's actually the point in that? You've created something that's still creating more controversy than the actual original mistakes that you could rule down to, oh, Christ, that was a tough decision, or that wasn't a tough decision. And you actually forget about it.
Yeah.
You know, like you talk about it for a day or two and then it's forgotten, whereas VAR just drags on and on and on. And like VAR nearly makes a mistake every week. Referees back before VAR did not make a mistake every
100%.
week. It used to be kind of the rarity that one would happen. You're like, wow. And I think that's why everybody took notice of those mistakes, because they were so rare that you were like, oh, Jesus, that was a big one. How did they miss this? But VAR's making those mistakes every week.
And you know the thing is, well, it says, VR has made like 97% correct decisions, but that's because it's been given so many decisions. Like, it wouldn't be given, like, if we were just before, like, there isn't that many decisions to make that are like we talk about. You know, there might be one or two every week, but that's it. It's like making mistakes, right, at the very big decisions, but it's also making the referees make mistakes or not give small decisions. It's ruining the game from the small things to the big things.
So like that 97%, like that there with the penalty being given, okay, that would be counted as one of them, because VAR checked to make sure that the penalty was correct. So that would go down as their correct decision, yet the referee had already given the decision anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like,
go on,
Lukey.
Oh, he didn't hit that. That would have been an own goal, wouldn't it?
Own goal, yeah.
Offside.
Offside.
That bet, like, Luke Shaw is a guy who does get up a lot and have a few shots in the game. Like, I think, what was it, 7-1 or something for him to get a shot on target? That's a good bet. Oh, he's a mile offside.
Yeah, he's always lurking around the edge of the box.
Yeah, he is. Do you ever watch that thing with Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher when they went and trained with like the referees and the linesmen and stuff? And they did they're brilliant. Like, them linesmen are brilliant. I know there's some people just like to complain and give them hassle and stuff, but I don't know. I feel like in the last while I've gotten very fucking complimentary of officials and stuff with talking to MMA ones, because they've a fucking tough job and they get paid fucking nothing. So I don't know.
The Premier League refs get paid well enough.
Yeah, they do, but
they get a base salary of like 60 grand, and then they get match fees. So that's what I'm saying, that VAR is going to stick around, because they're getting match fees to do VAR.
True, and the blame is taken away from them. All they'll say,
it's made their job a lot easier now. Like, there's a lot less pressure involved in their job, because they have the fallback of VAR to correct a mistake if they've made one, and then if it fucks up, well, the blame isn't on them. Goal.
Yeah, my bet is in. My bet is in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Some strike.
Tony Marshall, he came from France. The English press said he had no chance.
No, this is where we need to, like,
down
we have to hammer home goal difference here.
Yeah, 100%. We shouldn't. What did I say? 3-1. JJ's after missing it. What a fucking strike. He hasn't been doing this often enough. Mose, to your point as well before, are Man United better off having Martial playing left wing? Is he better than Rashford left wing?
He's not good up front.
Yeah. He's all right up front now, but like, we need someone better.
But he's a lot more dangerous. He's more dangerous in off the left than Rashford is in off the left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he is. But the problem with it, he's lazier than Rashford.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He's not as reliable as Rashford is. But he's more likely to make... He's not as reliable as Rashford, but Rashford's actually Rashford's going to be more likely to make a difference for you.
I don't know, is he though? Like, I think Martial is way more likely to do what he just did there than Rashford, but like, is that enough? Like, Rashford will do that at the odd time as well, but he'll also defend for you and he'll work hard for you, whereas Martial won't as much.
Yeah.
Although he's a little bit better.
When you're on that wing, you have to be there to help out your full back as well.
Mm-hmm. Do you know the best thing about this is we can both make more bets now at halftime because we both won.
Because we're in the fucking money.
Yeah. someone's after texting me. Hold on. Fucking banger. Who's the biggest dickhead in the world? It's a Brendan Schaub.
Oh, I need to get another bottle of Magners to have that discussion.
Oh, I do. Tony Marshall. Any comments in the comment section there where I can read while Moses is gone? Half time. Review the half. Get in. Hold on. Here we go. Get in, lads. Great character to get back into the game after poor start. That's what you like to see. Yeah, in fairness, it is. We criticise them horrendous. I was writing Man United off. I said they're fucked, but then they did get 3 good goals. In fairness, got my bets up. So, Muzz, remember when we completely wrote off Man United there? Oh, you can't hear me. Remember we wrote off Man United when they were 1-0 down?
Yeah, but that's the joys of being a United fan at the moment when you don't particularly like Ole.
Yeah.
You kind of jump on anything that you can, but then you can always backtrack, so it makes no difference.
It's kind of like the coronavirus with me because I'm very negative about it. But then something like I can go and get a haircut, I'm like, it's fine, it's finished, we're grand, we're done.
And to be fair, it has been a very good comeback, very good. Because to be fair, United pre-Christmas, United pre-Bruno would not have come back from that 1-0 down. It would be a tough game.
It would have been exactly what I said before. It would have been they got 1 goal and they were pushing for a second for 50 minutes and then they'd concede another one.
Yeah, they'd get caught. Yeah, completely.
Right, hold on. Has my money been paid out? Not yet. You think that should be paid out by now? Let's have a look at the bets anyway. I have a bit in my account. Right, we can look at them here. Hold on. Tony Marshall, he came from France. The English press said he had no chance. 50 million down the drain. Tony Marshall scores again. Goal scorer markets. Oh, they're all fucking stopped. Pogba. The problem
Fernandes due one.
Yeah, but the problem is how long will he stay on the field? They'll probably take him off.
Yeah. That's true.
Maybe we should hold out until the subs come on at 60 minutes and then back Igalo to score. Why are all these bets stopped? What's that 6-1 one? Joshua King. Solanke. Harry Maguire 10-1 was. Good boy.
If you combine Martial and Rashford's skill into one player, that'd be some player.
I think they're relatively similar.
Who were we saying that about? Last week, we were saying if you could combine 2 players, they'd be unbelievable.
Wan-Bissaka and Trent?
Yes, yeah. I wonder, what's your ultimate 21 player team where 2 players are one person?
What do you mean by 21 player team?
So like that, if you Trent and Wan-Bissaka, that's your right back.
Yeah. I suppose Ronaldo and Messi?
Does that combination even work?
Because, imagine if Messi was as agile and fast as he is, but being a big fucking brute with a 6-pack and 6'2" and could head the ball and everything.
But no, that doesn't work because they're still they both score loads of goals and are the 2 best players in the world. You're kind of picking players that are good but have that something missing that if you combined it with somebody else's ability, you'd have a super player.
So you're saying maybe a Paul Pogba and a Roy Keane, where you get the mental ability of a Roy. It's really any player in the world with Roy Keane's mental ability, and then you have the best. Any really good player with Roy Keane's mental ability, and there you go.
All right. Do you know what I would take? I would take Martial with David Beckham's crossing ability, and then stick him out in the wing.
Yeah, that'd be good. We need a right winger as well. That would be tasty.
That'd be very tasty.
Who else though? What about what's your man's name? What's that fucker who used to play for Liverpool? Who used to cut in and just shoot over the bar all the time?
Ryan Babel.
Imagine if Babel had Salah's ability to score.
Jesus Christ. Be a tasty player.
He'd be unreal. Oh. Yeah, that's tough though. You need to pick a really flawed player in one area with another really flawed player in the exact opposite area. Yeah. So say someone really slow with someone really fast. So Juan Mata with Dan James would make a fantastic player.
Jeez, it would actually. Mm-hmm. That would be a great player.
Yeah. Woodward better get the checkbook out to pay for the clause in Martial winning the Ballon d'Or. I was reading that and I was like, where? I was like, where's that fucking going? That's fantastic. Do you know what? When Martial kind of came and he was there for a year and stuff, I was like, oh, we're going to sell him to Real Madrid. But I feel like now he's kind of a guy who was settled at Man United, and it's actually kind of benefiting him a little bit. Even though for a while, I don't think it was benefiting him. I think he was getting kind of stuck in his ways or something.
I think he's got his number 9 jersey back. Ole has obviously put a bit of faith into him that he likes, and he's also he's part of the main guys. It's himself and Rashford are the 2 main guys. So like, okay, I'm going to be up front all the time. There's going to be somebody else beside me. That's where you're like, maybe Greenwood is the boy, and you like have a trio of people that are like, oh, it's us. We are the 3 guys. And it will just lift them all that bit more.
Yeah, maybe. I think United have to be very, very careful with who they sign. Because, like, as you said there, imagine if they sign someone and they replace Martial with him. Like, Martial could kick up a fucking fuss then.
Yeah.
And he could be just that fucking cancer in the dressing room. Like, that's a fucking big issue as well, like, I think.
Yeah.
Power prices. So let me see the power prices. Pogba to score anytime, 10-3. Harry Maguire to score a header, 14-1. Josh King to score anytime, 15-2. Matic to be carded, 11-2. Luke Shaw to be carded, 4-1. Luke Shaw gets tired in the second half and always gets carded, although they could bring on Brandon Williams. Lerma to be sent off. Lerma to be sent off, 14-1. That lad's already booked.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Or I don't think there'll be any sending off for more cards because they'll all have just packed it in.
I'm 100% back in that. 14-1? Is he already booked? Hold on, let me just make sure. I'm back in that 100%. 14-1 to get sent off and he's already booked. I'm getting on that. Where's my fucking bets? Why haven't they paid out my bet? So it's Greenwood and Martial both to score. They have scored, haven't they?
Yeah.
They haven't paid that out.
That's strange.
Tony Marshall, he came from France. The English press said he had no chance. I love the way I was reading out all those bets and I didn't even have it on fucking screen. There you go. Have a look at them there. I'm definitely back in Lerma. 14-1 to be sent off. Of course. Why would you even threaten me with a good time? €5 on that to win 75. Absolutely.
That's tasty.
Absolutely.
Isn't it great having United back at the same time?
Oh, it's brilliant. I know both of us were talking about kind of not missing soccer and having free time, but to have just because do you know the best thing as well? With Liverpool winning the league, that's kind of finished now. You know, those games we don't even have to watch them anymore, so it's great.
Yeah, and like it's a lot different compared to what it was pre-Christmas or this like last year when it was just a drain. They're actually turning into a nice little team now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are as well.
It's we can speak openly now that JJ's gone. So like,
yeah, it's very true.
What do you reckon of that? Imagine Neymar with Roy Keane's mentality.
I was reading it there. My God, he'd be brilliant. He would be brilliant. Oh, where's Sean? Right.
That was a terrible waste of money. 200 million on fucking Neymar.
Like,
what were they thinking?
The problem with lads like Neymar,
that was some strike by Martial. Fuck me.
Problem with guys like Neymar and Rashford and Martial and Dan James and all these lads, well, maybe not Dan James as much, but like they all have sparks of genius.
Yeah.
All of them, but none of them are consistent. Like Neymar a little bit more than the other ones, but like none of these lads are completely consistent.
Yeah.
Sean Denny, Ole, good point. Good point, in fairness.
Ole!
Ole! You can actually bring like 10 people into this now. It's a pity Man United aren't playing Liverpool. We could get some Liverpool fans here and talk fucking shit with them. Let's talk about that Liverpool 4-0 loss. Like, what a bunch of fucking losers. Like, played 25 games all season, gave up on the rest of the games. Like, I've never seen a Premier League team to be as a bunch of fucking losers as this Liverpool team is. Like,
I agree. Do you know what's going to be very, very interesting?
Mm-hmm.
Playing Aston Villa tomorrow. Aston Villa pushing to win a game, okay? But at the same time, you would expect, like, if Liverpool went out, that they would annihilate them. With the performance of the team that he put out on during the week, which was a full-strength team, as a manager, I would like if actually Klopp got rid of this nice guy persona type of a thing. These are my boys, and was like, the performance that those players put on the last night as champions wasn't good enough, and that's why X, Y, and Z has been dropped for this game. Because, like, it's a win-win situation. It's a game that you don't have to win. Things over. Nobody really cares about it, but you can actually put out your statement. What I can see happening is him just starting his usual team and playing the old line, we want to bounce back after last night. Whereas I'd be like, no, what they did the last night was despicable.
Yeah.
Like, they should be fucking cascaded over and being like, well, if you want to go on and challenge for more and more games, and if you want to break all the records that they want to break, you can't accept that.
Very true. Like, the thing about it is, the problem with anyone in that position is, what we get mad about, we get mad when people don't tell the truth, and when they're like lying, barefaced lying to our face, and that's exactly what fucking Klopp did the last day. Hold on, JJ's back, is he? Well, JJ, you missed. Have you seen the score and stuff? Oh, you can't hear us. But yeah, the problem with Klopp, like, everyone knew, he knew himself that he was lying. Like, he was lying in the middle of that interview, saying like, what are you trying to say? That Man City didn't beat us, and that, it was, we didn't come out there and we didn't play our best game. It's like, it's quite obvious that you were on the beer for a few days. Just say that as like, look, it's a difficult fixture, especially after we just won the league and the celebrations on. We tried our hardest. We gave every bit of effort we had, but Man City are just better than us in the day. But he didn't do that. He didn't do that.
Or else just start the fucking second team like you did in the FA Cup and like you did in the fucking League Cup. Just do that. You're used to doing it anyway. And like, just say, the guys needed time off there after they won the league. What more do you want?
Yeah, what are we talking about? Oh, JJ, come back. Oh yeah, what about this one, Muzz? In 30 years' time, we'll be talking about Ole in the same vein as Fergie. Fergie, yeah, the princess, maybe, not fucking Fergie the manager. Yeah.
No chance.
Not a hope. Yeah. How long will he last, though? It's interesting because, like, I was watching a clip last night of, like, Gary Neville's best moments or some Gary Neville rant or something on YouTube, and he was like, the crowd kind of turned on a few managers, and they didn't really turn on Mourinho, but Mourinho kind of reached a place where we all knew he was going to get sacked. But the crowd will never turn on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just because he's a legend of the club. Yeah. Like, that's going to be a big fucking issue for the Man United board getting rid of him. Like, let's say, like Van Gaal, he won the FA Cup and they got rid of him, even though, like, he just won a trophy and all, like, that evening they got rid of him. Like, if Solskjaer gets top four, we'll say, and like, I think everyone will probably agree, maybe not JJ, but other people, that if we could get Pochettino after getting top four, while we're in Europe, that would be the guy to, like, take us on, or maybe a different manager, a better manager. But they're never going to do it to Solskjaer because he's a legend of the club and they'd be afraid to do it. The fans are turning them.
The only way Solskjaer gets fucking out the door is if United, like, have 2 seasons where they finish 10th and 11th. Yeah. That's the only way Solskjaer gets the door.
Yeah.
If Solskjaer could just turn into this guy that just gets 5th one year, 4th the next year, wins an old cup here and there, and, like, there's no way in hell he'll ever get sacked.
I don't know though. I feel like if he got 5th this year, he might get sacked. Like, or 6th maybe if he doesn't get into Europe.
Because they are making too much progress. They're making too much progress. He'll get next season out of it, definitely.
Yeah.
What's that you said, Mose? They're making progress?
Those fucking headphones.
Why would you sack him if he's making progress?
That's what I'm saying. That's why he won't get sacked.
Or the full strength Liverpool team. Go on.
Like, why would you take a risk on Pochettino now coming in, upsetting everything again when Ole is doing well? Like, maybe he's going to be as good as Pochettino, given a chance.
Oh, come on, JJ.
Weren't
you the boy calling for Pochettino for years?
Exactly, and the two of you said he was useless, and now you're up his hole. So I'm saying it about Ole now. So will you learn from your mistake?
He was useless.
When you did, Buzz. When did I ever say he was fucking useless?
Yeah, you did.
I didn't.
I'm still a Zidane man.
Learn from your mistakes now.
Which I was fucking saying Zizou all along. Zizou. And what the fuck is Zizou doing in Spain? Knocking Barcelona off their perch with a fucking shite
Do you know-
team.
Was completely right in fairness.
Poch must be the sickest man of all time. Like, he
He's
left
been very
Spurs
unlucky.
when Madrid was there, and you ever thought United was there, and now the two of them are probably not there. Like,
Very unfortunate for him. Would
Must
the
answer
full
that question
strength
now.
Liverpool team not be much more likely to beat Villa even if they were capped the other night? Yeah, they would be. They definitely would be. What I'm saying is, from a managerial point of view, it would be a lot of a bigger statement if you didn't just like roll over that performance the previous night and just put out the full team again. Surely you'd be better off actually going, these guys, how they played was not good enough for champions. That's why they're dropped, and I'm giving some of the younger lads a run out. It's a win-win situation for Klopp.
Boys on for Lindelof.
except he hates playing young lads.
Yeah, except he's a pussy.
Don't take off Lerma. Can you control the comments too?
I can for some strange reason. I love the power.
That's very odd. I think it's because you were signed in like me last time.
Sean's scared now. We don't need you anymore, Sean.
You don't need me. JJ, I backed Lerma to get sent off at 14-1.
Oh, did you see
happened?
Martial score?
What's the
JJ?
what's the score?
Oh,
3-1.
3-1.
Yeah, Martial got a
So
crack.
Sean won the bet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Mud's won his bet as well. We're doing unreal. I've backed Lerma now to get sent off. He's already booked 14-1.
Could happen.
Come on, Lukey.
Did one of you book 3-1, or did you just call it?
I just called it, yeah.
Oh.
No, I didn't bet it. They haven't. I'll see if they paid me out yet. Like I've already all my money won back and bet it again.
That's
Was
called
Lindelof injured, or did he just realise he's useless?
Probably
I don't know,
realised
yeah.
he was useless. Oh my God, Maguire.
Matic again saving the day.
Will you clear the fucking thing?
Jesus Christ. Oh, you give me a
Draw.
penalty.
Oh, great.
Oh my
save.
God, he saved
Get
it.
down. Oh, he's
Oh,
beating
near
near
post
again.
again.
He did the
Jesus
exact
Christ
same thing.
almighty.
Oh, what
Put on
is
Romero.
Maguire at?
Just put on Romero.
I couldn't agree more, JJ. What number is
Look,
Lerma? Is that even 8?
You've nothing to lose.
Lads, Boy just summed up Boy like in the last 1 minute, 9 seconds. He has summed it up, not clearing the box, and
Hold on.
pretty much
Is that a penalty?
like just giving away a penalty for a
Is that a
handball.
penalty?
Yeah, like he's fucking nuts.
I didn't
He's
even see
nuts.
what happened.
Well,
He's nuts.
that was a horrendous pass, but still.
He's just nuts. Like
This will make a game of it at least.
that's the end of Eric Boy.
No,
58
this
seconds.
pass was.
But no,
this
like
pass
the
was
clearance,
atrocious, to be fair.
to start with, he should have cleared, didn't clear.
What was happening there?
Hold on,
Then
what's the
De
Gea?
Gea
What's the Gea
hit
doing?
near
Like,
post again.
What's the
Lad.
penalty for?
does he forget
Handball.
handball? Does
Who
the
handled
Gea
it?
forget he's a goalkeeper and think he's a fucking centre back having to cover crosses? They're not showing the
Alright.
penalty for some strange.
Who handled the
reason.
ball?
I blame Boy.
Boy, it looked like it did.
What?
It could be. It could be.
If you got off
Matic
your
hit a
fucking
bit.
phone texting women.
I'm not. I'm.
Oh, it's outside the box, is it?
Oh, sure, VAR don't know where to put the fucking line.
I'm tweeting out a fucking
this.
stream.
Look at this.
No way, lads.
Where are they putting that line?
No way. Look
Should
at
I-
that joke.
Sure, that's the ball. That's not touching his hand where they're
And
putting the
this
line.
is the. I hope they give it because it'll make a game of it. But this is a fucking farce.
But what's
Sure,
the
the
rule
line,
here? Like,
the line should be in the middle of the ball.
Is the whole ball over the whole line? Like, what way does it work here? Because the whole ball's not over the whole line,
Yeah.
so it's not inside.
But sure, that's not
Yeah,
hitting
like,
his
what's the-
hand there.
This is a fucking farce. I hope it's given because it'll make it funny and make it more of a game. But
Oh,
fuck.
that's
it
not
will-
it, lads.
it will-
That's not hitting
it will
his
be
hand
given
there.
because
Oh, yeah,
it'll
that's
be
another
given
one.
because he's.
That's a shoulder.
Yeah. So like his shoulder's way in front of the line.
I'd love if Graham was here for this. He'd have great answers. That's not. That's
Doesn't
not
even
even
hit
a
his hand.
That's not
handball.
even a handball.
Hold on, that's Graham's watching.
They'll give it though because he's given the penalty and VR don't know what to call here, so they'll say, "Fuck it, we'll let it off."
Yeah. Even though it's a clear knob.
That doesn't even hit it. It hits the top of his shoulder. Is it there? Like,
Yeah.
Still.
That's no way is that a penalty, like. No way is that a penalty.
He's giving it, see?
Yeah, and it's outside the box as well, I know. That's embarrassing.
I told you, your man in VR was like, I have no idea what's going on here.
The
Referee
hair
gave
will
it.
save this
We
now,
put it.
anyway.
Who's that lad?
Not a hope. Josh King, is it?
He was oh lads, there's a goal in the other game. I'll show you in a second. He was 4-1
Just
to
straight
score.
down the middle.
Oh.
He was fucking 4-1. I was looking at it. Bad news again, guys. Sorry. Leicester 1-0 up.
Balls. That's the fucking joke of a decision there.
It's shocking.
We kind of deserve it for being fucking stupid, but still.
They're being very slow out of the blocks, but like that's just laughable.
I knew they wouldn't overrule it. That doesn't even end.
No. And then like where they were drawing the line was like from where the ball wouldn't even have touched his arm.
Well, like, what's the rule? When is the ball in the box? When it's on the line or fully over the line?
Who knows?
Who knows, yeah. They don't
Because
even
he
know
was a
themselves,
mile outside the box.
Yeah, like there's no way
Yeah, but
that
if-
was even if it was a free, it wasn't a penalty. And
Yeah,
like I don't
true.
even think that should have been given as a penalty anyway. It's just Mike Dean being Mike Dean, fuck's sake. And it's Eric Boye being Eric Boye. Like that you couldn't be more Eric Boye in that 58 seconds of not clearing the ball with a big hoof and then like throwing his hand up
That
in
was
the
hardly
air
his
to
fault,
catch it.
He was trying to control a horrendous pass, like.
But what about the clearance before that?
Yeah, fair enough on that. But that was a combination of Maguire and himself, like. It wasn't all him. On Bruno. Yes.
Rashi
Oh.
using back, Moz.
What the fuck did Rashford do there?
Just
pulled out
be
his
his usual shit self.
Oh,
Jesus, we're rattled here, lads. We are
Oh,
rattled.
Oh, lads!
Offside.
Oh my god. This will be
We
given.
are rattled. Where was Wamba?
Don't know.
How are you offside?
He is.
Oh my god.
Is he offside?
Great finish, though. Yeah, it was, yeah. It's a great finish.
Lads, have I ever been as right about a player as I have been about Eric Boye?
Jeez, we're rattled since he came on.
He is fucking shit. He is worthless.
They
Useless.
completely targeted him down the right, like.
That's what I'm saying as well about Lindelof's after getting a bit better, because at least he's fucking a bit consistent, like, and he won't let you down in that sort of situation. Okay, if there's someone coming up and a big header against him, okay, maybe he won't win it. But like, fucking hell. Boye just lets you down over and over. Hate it.
Lindelof probably doesn't make stupid, like, footballer mistakes,
Mm-hmm.
whis Boye does.
He does.
But
They make
Lindelof,
not
different
as
kind of
bad.
mistakes.
I think Lindelof is more caught out by his ability than actual, like,
No.
his brain.
They make different kind
Why
of mistakes.
do you love Boye
Lindelof
so
makes...
much?
Yeah, why do you Boye is shit, like. You don't even know he's shit, like.
Nah, he's not. Like,
He is shit.
Boye makes rash mistakes in that he'll lunge into things, whereas Lindelof will make mistakes that he'll pull out of things. It's this, they both make mistakes, just different kinds.
But
They're
not
always
as much,
safer to
though.
pull out than to lash in, though.
And Boy's after coming on cold at half time.
Oh, JJ, will
versus
you
Lindelof.
walk fucking
Oh, he's
mad.
gone!
You dickhead.
He's gone!
15 minutes.
No, he's gone! Let him warm up!
Not a
Go on,
jumper.
let poor Boye warm up. It's too
God.
cold in Manchester for him.
July.
No.
It's fucking July, JJ.
Fuck's
Fuck's sake.
Ver-
Christ
versus
almighty.
Lindelof, who is playing consistently and still making mistakes.
Lindelof's from fucking Sweden.
What the difference does that make? I don't see your logic at all here.
He's used to the call. Oh,
We've kind of started this half like we started the first half.
shit.
Yeah.
Pogba now needs to stand up. Bruno needs to stand up because this
We
game is.
just need to get the ball for 5 minutes.
We'll,
We need to get.
we'll score more. But
We
we
need to
could
get
concede more
Lerma.
easily. But
Jeez, I fair call this is going to be loads of goals.
no, you didn't.
I did.
You said 3-1, like.
Yeah, but I said at the start of the game that they were all trying to play ball and they're just going for it. Maybe I didn't actually.
No.
Maybe I just thought
No.
that.
No, you didn't.
Jesus, Rashford's some fucking coward too at times. Hit it. You'll
Go on,
score. He'll
Greenwood.
score. This is a goal. 4-1. 4-2. Called it. Ah, what did I say? What did I say? What did I say? Darren Ambrose
Oh my
reborn.
god!
What did I fucking
You're
say?
level, boys. You're level, boys.
A man
Like,
possessed.
he's
Muzz! Fuck you.
Is he actually that good, or is he just like Kiko Machado?
He's the best young player. Oh, that's offside. Rashford's offside there.
No.
Rashford's offside. Rashford is offside.
32 seconds.
I'd say
They
you're
have
trying
plenty
to
time
be
to
clever
clear
here
their
now.
line.
Lads, Rashford's offside.
Nah.
I'm telling you, will they go
Where?
back that far? Because Martial touched the ball. The Rashford is offside. Guaranteed this goal won't count.
I'd say it's already counted, is it?
Not Rashford's offside.
I'd say you're...
Left foot and right foot. This guy is the best young player on earth by a country mile. Fuck Kylian Mbappe. Fuck Trent Alexander-Arnold. Fuck Marcus Rashford. The whole lot of them. Greenwood's the best.
Is he, or is he just like on an unbelievable run at the moment and like he's young, so nobody's actually taking notice of him?
He's been doing it for years. He's been doing it for years. He like kicking the ball into the goals is something you have to be doing. Like, this is offside, lads. Sean called it, lads. Sean called this. He's a mile offside too. Look, oh, is he?
No,
he's actually not.
Move this on a bit.
He's not.
He is offside. Look at that right foot. He's offside.
No, he's not.
Oh,
You're...
Hold on.
He's off. He's a mile off.
It was a good call by me. It was a good call by me.
He's in Liverpool. He's so far offside.
No, it wasn't.
Nobody else even saw.
How would it be a good call when you were wrong?
What did I say at the start of the game too? That a hat trick will be scored in this game, and it's fucking Greenwood's going to get the hat trick. I said it before.
Recall you saying that.
I said it before the last game.
Making up
I
in your head.
said it before the last game, and I feel like
you've lost the plot.
I said it in 2012. The hat trick would be scored as well. Yeah.
Do you know what you were saying at the start as well, that we picked the bad last two games? This is a fucking fantastic game to watch. 4-2.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Brilliant.
Great.
Go on, Nemanja. All I need is Lerma to be sent off, and I'm fucking rolling it. Break his legs.
What do I need? Another ration.
Sean, weren't you some coward? You wouldn't take the second bet with Martial as well, and I said I'd take it.
Well, that's a completely different bet. What the what? That's completely ridiculous.
I said I'd make another bet with you.
He's on 14 goals now as well. It's basically just me giving you €100.
He's on 15 now, is he not?
Yeah.
No, he's on 14, isn't he? No, he's
They're both on 15 now.
Oh, Martial scored. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, he is. I take it back. Tony Martial.
I'm actually a bit gobsmacked by Greenwood.
Because you said he was useless?
No, I'm just I'm afraid because the way Rashford burst onto the scene as well, and it was all the hype, and if we're being honest, Rashford hasn't progressed to
also incorrect. Fine. We'll leave you make your point.
But you can see it with Greenwood. You can see it by the way he walks and runs and moves. Greenwood's an athlete, and he has the skill and he has the technique, and he's a prick as well. You need the prick in you to be like a top class goal scorer, and he has that in him.
Rashford is not a great finisher. He's
too nice. He's too nice.
Yeah. He lashes at the ball and scores worldies, whereas Greenwood just strokes it in.
I would agree with that.
Every time Greenwood gets on the ball, I said it there, he's going to score. This is 4-2. I called it 5 seconds before he scored. You know he's going to score. Just give it to him there and he'll score. This is a goal here. No,
the fact he can go either way, he must be a nightmare to mark.
Yeah. Give it to Greenwood.
Greenwood take it.
Is that Lerma? Is it Lerma? Book him.
No,
it's not. Fucking Kelly. He's from.
Why did you think that was Lerma?
I wasn't watching. I was like, who made the foul? I'm too busy putting this out here, Muzz. I'm too busy tweeting this out, giving updates to keep people coming. Right. 17,000 followers on Twitter trying to get in here. Give it to fucking Greenwood. Give it to Greenwood.
You still can't get a retweet from Gary Lineker.
I did. Here's under the wall. Under the wall here. Under the wall. What are you drinking, Muzz? Bottles of Magners?
Why does Greenwood never take free kicks?
Because Pogba's class.
Under the wall. JJ, what are your opinions on Miller?
The drink?
No, yeah. Miller was a college drink that you got 20 bottles for €20 back in the day. That's the only thing you should drink it. Pogba should just blast this.
The drinking in glasses.
What about Corona?
Yes.
The drink, not
Lovely.
the virus. Love Corona.
Lovely.
Under the wall.
Oh!
What a game! What a game! I got 5 on it.
Did you not just hear
Lads.
me say that Pogba should go goalkeeper side here, and it being Bruno? But like the shot, but the shot there was always the goalkeeper side. He was in the middle of the goal. Like why do you put up? I don't understand goalkeepers. They're 20 yards out. They put a wall up. If they can get it up and down from that,
Are they checking
hold on.
here?
Hold on, what's happening here?
I actually don't see what you could be checking from a free kick.
Oh, Maguire's not 3 yards in front. Oh no, he is.
Huh? Sure, Maguire can stand wherever he wants.
Mike Dean just trying to make a name for himself here. Let's be honest.
There's nothing that you can check there.
Mike Dean just trying to make
I
a name
don't.
for himself. Offside? No offside there.
No, because nobody touched it.
It doesn't matter, but
Mike Dean has fucking lost the plot here.
nice
What
beard
the
by him though.
fuck are they checking?
VAR has ruined a once beautiful game.
Does anyone have commentary on? Because I can't hear anything they're saying. Are they ruling it out?
Hold on, we turn. Hold on, we can hear it Mo's there. Is it Maguire in front of the wall?
They were checking for offside. Lads, that's fucking brain dead. Nobody came next or near the ball, like.
Is it a goal?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm actually lost in what's going on.
I have no idea what's happening. What's a goal? Okay, grand.
Lads, like this is actually our argument for VAR just needs to be done away with because it's gone cuckoo. It's gone cuckoo.
Mm-hmm.
Cuckoo.
Cuckoo!
Mike Dean is going to go back to being a Tranmere fan.
Oh, God almighty. Moses, what about Cam Newton signing for the Patriots?
Yeah. Like it made sense because they needed like Statham is not going to be a good quarterback, so they needed somebody. Is Cam going to be your guy? I don't know if they have enough people or like Patriots have actually no other really top outstanding players. They were just kind of trudging on all along. So I don't know if Cam is going to be the guy to do it.
Do you know your problem here, right? You think you're a fucking all-round sportsman, so you watch so many sports, you haven't a fucking clue about any of them, and I'm the only one here that knows what's going on about soccer and GA. Like, it's just
So what you should say is we should be like
you and stick to it.
We should watch no sport and pretend we know something about it.
Yeah, like you, JJ.
Oh, well,
that's what we should do. Too
should be,
he's quiet. Did I mute him? Hold on, I checked that I mute him.
You're trying to be jack of all trades, whereas I'm a master of mine.
I'm a master of all trades. I'm a fucking Formula 1, soccer, GAA.
You don't even watch Formula 1. You watch a Netflix documentary. And you haven't a clue about GAA.
I haven't a clue about GAA. I fucking ruined GAA and all the GAA discussions have been done. And I don't know that much about GAA, let's be honest. I only know about Limerick, but I still ruin you.
Exactly, and you don't know much about Limerick either.
Bruno's ridiculous.
Ask me anything.
Yeah, he is. What's the attendance of the gate? What's the capacity of the gated grounds?
55,000.
That's some question.
What's the directions to the gated grounds from your house?
You go into Limerick, turn left. And you're there. Oh, you haven't been there a long time. JJ, were you at any games last year?
I was.
Were you any championship? You were at a league game, were you? When you were like happened to be passing.
I was at loads of championship games last year.
Were you? I was the year before, was it?
No, last year I missed the All Ireland final replay. That's the only one I missed.
Oh yeah, and you went to the All Ireland final. You didn't invite me. Bad form. Fuck's sake, never liked you. Don't take off Lerma. Do not take off Lerma. Do not take off Lerma. Oh, good. Go on, get booked. Sean Sheehan, a modern day Jimmy McGee. That has anyone ever put up a comment as much of a fact as this? Modern day Jimmy McGee. Correct, Ian O'Neill.
What's a Jimmy McGee? Just he talks.
Know everything about every sport. Like JG, I feel like you don't. Go on. The memory man. I feel like you don't give me enough credit for my expertise in all areas. Like,
There's
Is
nothing to
Jimmy
give credit
McGee still
for.
alive?
No.
Is he not? He is he?
No, he's not. He died a couple of years ago. Didn't he? Or
I'm
am I
not going
after
to
just
trust
kidding
the
off the
man that
man there?
watches no sport anyway, that's
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, Google it there because I'd say I'm right.
Is Jimmy McGee
Sean
dead?
calls himself the memory man. He doesn't even know if he's dead or not.
Well, it's not about fucking broadcasters. It's about sports.
Oh, he's dead, all right. 2 years ago, 3 years ago in September.
No.
First thing JJ was
You're
ever
right.
right about.
Now so.
You're actually lucky I'm on this to fact check you on stuff.
There'll be no fact checking for anybody once fucking communist China takes over the world. We'll be able to say whatever we want. Or
No, you won't be able to say anything.
It's the complete opposite. We won't be able to say anything.
Want to
I
be
even have to fact check. Oh,
Racket!
Moss has it. Is he
Money,
offside?
money!
Offside,
No.
offside.
Oh,
And Moss
they are. Go
singing
back.
money,
Check
money.
it.
Oh, is he?
Oh, he is.
Oh,
There, he is.
no, he's offside, yeah.
Hold on. Is there an armpit or something?
Do not take off Lerma.
Hello,
Could be an armpit keeping him outside, lads.
Almost. Moss,
He's on. He's
Moss,
on.
he's on. He's on. He's on, Moss.
This is the most ridiculous thing ever.
It's even.
Lads, there's no way. he
Where
was
are they
on,
putting
like.
that light?
He's even.
They're just making shit up. Like,
No, he's off.
that's
I'm
not,
gonna give it off.
that's
He's
not,
off, yeah.
that's not
This is
clear
rid-
and obvious.
This
Like,
is
that's not
ridiculous.
clear and obvious anyway, so you should have just given the linesman's judgment.
This is absolutely ridiculous.
Do you know what's
Yeah.
ironic about that?
The linesman gave it offside, though.
But what's ironic about it is that decision was millimeters. Why did the linesman even put up his flag?
Lerman not taking off. Lerman not taking off. Was he not? He wasn't, was he?
No.
This is our day. This is our fucking day. Lerman's going to take someone down for a penalty. Rashford's going to score it. Mo's going to win his bet. I'm going to win my bet. That's what's going to happen. Go on, Fredge. What about Fredge, JJ? You were talking about Fredge being the best player in the world there not too long ago. And
Wait.
and your man's not even starting him.
Oh, you never said he's best friend in the world. I just said
And
he's a
when
very good player.
All right, JJ. I'm only joking. Like, come on. But like, he's not even starting him. And you said he was United's best player this season.
He's up there.
Yeah, and Solskjaer's
like,
not even starting him.
Yeah, because to be fair, Matic is more reliable with Pogba and Bruno there. But like,
So-
Fred did an unreal job when we didn't have Bruno.
Yeah, but so what you're saying is my point about Man United needing a world-class holding midfielder to play Pogba and Bruno there is correct. So that's what you're saying. Someone better than
No.
Fred.
More, better defensive midfielder than Fred, yeah.
Sean's correct again. Proven right yet again.
But I said Scott McTominay, like.
West Brom captain in the future.
This has been a great
Captain,
game.
that's it.
Fantastic.
It has.
What age is McTominay? Hold on, let's Google him.
23. Oh, I need to run up there.
What age is Tom McTominay?
If Crystal Palace could get him all goal to draw,
23.
we'd put
Sure, McTominay will never be captain of Man United because Harry Williams is there, whatever you call him. Harry Maguire.
Harry Williams.
Harry Williams writes are severe in May, my apologies.
Oh, Christ. What did I say before that? Oh, if Crystal Palace could get a goal, no, it'd be the right job.
Who?
Crystal Palace against Leicester.
Yeah. Scott McTominay was born in 1996.
Right. Let's have a look at the run-ins. Get up Leicester's fixtures.
Leicester's fixtures. It's not very handy to be able to just talk into it.
Very.
Oh, it's talking. Can you hear that? Okay, sorry. No. Arsenal, tough game. Bournemouth, as you'd call them.
Sheffield
Bournemouth,
United could be
yeah.
tough.
Could be tough.
Spurs
Tottenham.
could be
There's
tough. I know.
very, very few games left.
But they're going to drop points in one of those games.
I kind of hope we're close to them and only 2 points behind or something at the end of the year and we have to beat them. I'd love that. That'd be class. Sure, look.
And Chelsea.
Okay, hold on. I looked them up. It's fucking flying around here. Chelsea fixtures. Sheffield United as well.
Oh my God! Did you see what they were checking for? The possible offside. Matic, his back heel. Lads.
Oh, and he was offside too. But sure, he had nothing. Did the
He
ball
had
come near
nothing
him?
to do with it. No.
It's worth checking, though, in fairness, because if it had gone right over his head, I think it should
ridiculous. Oh, they took him
be.
off. Oh no.
Oh no, drinks break. Drinks break.
Watford, Crystal
Watford,
Palace, Sheffield, Norwich, Liverpool, Wolves. Oh, Liverpool, Wolves will be a tough enough run.
That's the FA Cup, isn't it, Man United, Chelsea?
Yeah.
Who else will I look up? Man United have easy fixtures, aren't they?
Yeah, we should go and beat them.
Man United fixtures. Can you hear that, what she's saying there?
Yeah, small bit. Like, we should beat Villa, should beat Southampton, should beat Palace, should beat West Ham.
Leicester. That Leicester game is going to be... When is it? The 26th of the 7th. What have we know? That's only 22 days away. These games are coming on so fucking quickly. Like, it's unbelievable.
The thing is, I still don't trust United to, like, win every game. Even though they're going well.
The problem with Solskjaer is, though, they go well until they're going badly, and then they go badly. You know, it's not like if United lose one game, they lose 5 games, or like lose 5 of 8 games or something like that.
That's still can't get over the difference Bruno Fernandes has made. I don't think any player has had such an influence in a team in such a short space of time.
Do you know there's one bad thing about it, though? Oh, for fuck's sake! What the hell has been atrocious today? It says when City get banned from Champions League, everyone will be in good point. But the problem with Bruno is, right, Man United and Liverpool did it as well, and it worked for Liverpool, but every team, like Arsenal for years, have always said, like, we're 1 player, we're 2 players away from challenging. And then Liverpool break world records and sign 2 players, and then they're way above. Like, it feels like Man United are in that position now where they're 1-2 players away from possibly challenging. But I think the biggest problem with Man United as well is our squad isn't strong enough. Like, we're 1 or 2 players away from having a great starting 11.
Yeah.
But, like, what happens when Harry Maguire gets injured, Lindelof gets injured? We're into fucking Eric Bailly, an absolute joke of a player. Like Brandon Williams is a good player, but, like, can you rely on a 19-year-old left back? And I know you'll say Trent Alexander-Arnold's a right back and he's only 19 or whatever, but, like, who have we up front? We've Igalo. He's a good player. Like, he's a good sub. But if Rashford gets injured, we're down to Dan James and players like that. We're very weak, I think, in depth. But
yeah, if you want to build a team and a squad to compete in every tournament and every we're weak. If you want to build a team and just focus on the Premier League, we're not that far away.
Exactly, that's what Liverpool did. Like,
that's the thing. Like,
the weird thing is, though, like, I feel like,
I'd like to be when you actually look at Liverpool don't have that strong squad as such.
But they've only played 25 games.
They've good midfielders to fill in, but, like, centre backs, they're pretty fucking short on. Full backs, they're very short on. And up front, outside the 3 boys, oh yeah, Era agrees with me.
Liverpool. See, the thing with Liverpool is, right, they have Milner, who's a very important player for them, because if the left back gets injured, he's in there and he can do a job. The right back gets injured, he's in there doing a job. Midfielder gets injured, he's in there, he can do a job. And he never gets injured, and he's always there. Like, Man United don't really have a player like that. And Milner's, and they don't have an Origi. Like, they have an Origi, you know, in Igalo, but they don't have the quality. Like, Man United don't have the quality of a Salah or a Mane or a Firmino. They have good players, like, but who name one other team ever who's done what Liverpool have done with a starting 11 with no depth? Like, maybe, but Leicester's, and maybe Porto as well. But, like, they're very rare that teams can actually do that. Like, and Man United are not. I don't think Man United are going to be able to do that. So we need to sign like.
No, because United demand, like, I would not have accepted United putting
Just
out
winning
the
the
teams
league.
that Liverpool
Yeah.
put out in the FA Cup.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous. And I can understand the way they did it when they were at the Club World Club. You're like, well, that's fine, that's their main team. But then you could also argue, well, they should have just probably pulled themselves out of the FA Cup completely, like United did. And then you're like, okay, we can get over that. What I can't get over then is the games after that, and they still played a weakened team. That's ridiculous. And then remember when you had was it Wolves that McCarthy was in charge of, and remember they got fined for playing a weakened team in the FA Cup when they were fighting for fucking survival in the Premiership.
Yeah, and Liverpool never did.
Ridiculous.
The biggest issue I think with Liverpool is when they had that winter break, and they decided instead to play their weakened team. Like, at that point, Liverpool to me were just a joke. Like at that, like you don't do that shit. Like you just absolutely don't do that.
Do you know that's an interesting point about Klopp's Dortmund side didn't have much depth either, and they fell off. They fell off very quickly after winning that Bundesliga in 2011. They kind of and remember they were chipping away at Champions League, won the Bundesliga, and then literally fell away. Because I think there is probably a point if you have a very small squad with very little turnover as they do at the moment, when your goal is to win the Premier League and you haven't done it for such a length of time, it's like it is hard to find that drive again to keep it going. Like, okay, we need to do it for a second year when you don't have fresh faces coming in that have the same drive to actually go and achieve it.
100%.
And Jesus Christ, the hair.
It has been horrendous today. The problem as well when you don't have like winners that are used to winning, like with like Kerry in the football and Dublin in the football, and you're winning over and over, it becomes like a habit and you're used to it.
Yeah.
But when you do it once, like Leicester, Leicester are different than Liverpool. Don't get me wrong, but like teams that win it once to win it over and over again, that's it. Like Man City haven't been able to do that. They've won it a few times, but they haven't been able to do it. And Pep hasn't been able to do it with City. It's interesting. And the problem as well with Liverpool is, and Liverpool fans might give out to me for saying this, but Henderson over 28, Salah over 28, Mane over 28, Firmino over 28, Van Dijk over 28. That team is gone in 2 years. Like when Salah's pace goes, when Mane's pace goes, they're gone. Firmino might be able to stay around a while. Henderson might be able to come in and out of the team a little bit more, but
and United have had enough players that we can know it happens very quickly. When you look at Rooney and you look at fucking Zlatan, it happens overnight how they lose it.
Don't take off Lorma. Yes. Oh, here's JJ back. Hello, JJ.
Fell off because Bayern brought all the good players. Very good
point as well. Here's the legend, the TBOG. Fuck's sake, charge the phone. Missed 2 United goals. Yeah, it's been like that. It's 5-2, JJ. I don't know if you missed any goals or what. MJ's back. MJ looks very precarious there, JJ. Will you hold on to her for God's sake?
MJ have a nice sleep? I'm jealous of her little nap.
Oh, it's very short. Well, it wasn't too short, but it was
like yourself.
She's probably taller than is she, JJ?
Getting there.
2-0 to Leicester. Jamie Vardy, 77th minute.
Fuck.
Ooh, come on, Palace, letting us down.
Lads,
Leicester are going to drop points between now and the end of the season. It's just a case of can we keep it up?
Yeah,
and we played them last game, so if we're anywhere near them at that point, it's in our own hands. Come on, Freddie.
Fridge, I believe it's pronounced. Oh, Man United are playing Monday. Fuck.
What?
Monday?
Yeah.
Seriously? Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, Christ. Take everybody off. Oh, penalty.
He will too, actually.
He's only taken Greenwood off so far. Monday? Are you sure they're playing Monday?
Yeah, they're playing Southampton. Oh, no. Hold on, wait. Oh, that's next Monday. Oh, they're playing Thursday. Sorry, I got mad. It's Monday. Sorry.
Yeah.
Which is fantastic for me.
Yeah. So when are they playing again?
Thursday. They're playing Aston Villa and then Southampton the Monday after.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just going for a piss. I'll be back. Good luck.
Also, it's probably FA Cup next weekend. Is it?
Oh, probably. I'd say Chelsea could do us in that.
No, FA Cup is the 19th against Chelsea.
Right.
Tony.
Ooh, no.
Ooh.
No chance Watford do us a favour versus Chelsea. I can't see it. Although, do you know what was very interesting when Frank, after their loss, he was like, "Oh well, that's testimony to where we are at the moment." So obviously, he thinks that Chelsea are rubbish.
Well, they're inconsistent. They're kind of in a similar position to us, I think.
Yeah.
Except because they're giving young lads a go. Well, youngish lads a go as well.
I think United have more goal scorers, whereas Chelsea don't have that many goal scorers in their team.
No. Oh, they got in each other's way.
Abraham has gone off the boil completely, and then it's a case of, well, where are you going to find the goals from?
Abraham is bang average. He'll score loads of goals. He'll score loads of goals against teams from like 6th position down, and he might scrape one against the top 4 or 5, but he's not a good striker. He's a good striker. He's not a top striker.
Will be interesting to see how Werner does for Chelsea. Well, I suppose that kind of answers your question with Abraham, doesn't it? Frank doesn't think that Abraham's the man to say that they went out and got Werner.
But like their 3 next year could be very exciting with Ziyech and Werner.
Yeah.
They still don't have an out-and-out striker though, even with those boys. Like
Chelsea are going to win the league next year.
Nah.
United are going to win the league next year. We're going to win the league. We're going to win the league.
Go on there, Jim. Ooh. Oh, JJ, we were talking at halftime there. If you could add 2 players together to make one fantastic player, who would it be?
I think we've discussed this before.
Yeah, not Trent and Wan-Bissaka, but someone else. Take him down.
Juan Mata and Dan James.
That's what I said.
We said that.
That's what I said.
And we also had Neymar and Keane come in from the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I think Neymar and Keane.
Yeah, if you Keane mentality with Neymar's skill, be some player.
Yeah, I suppose.
Then Sean also threw out the ridiculous.
You'd have Bruno Fernandes,
Messi, and Ronaldo, and I was like, that doesn't work.
Oh, Jesus! What a stupid statement.
Fucking
hell.
I love
it. It's a stupid statement.
I love where JJ said that without even thinking. Why is it though? Imagine if Messi was that big, like.
It defeats the whole purpose of like the exercise.
It doesn't though. Like if you want the apex predator, fucking Premier League player.
What are you trying? Like, what would you take from each? That like, if Messi was as tall as Ronaldo, you basically have Ronaldo. Like, I don't see what you're taking from each. Like
Messi's agility and he's okay. Hold on.
Oh yeah, because Ronaldo has no agility.
Messi's left foot, Ronaldo's right foot. There you go. That's all I need to say.
Oh, Jesus.
You know what you had? If you had Messi's left foot, Ronaldo's right foot, you'd have Mason Greenwood. So
fact.
Chelsea! Oh, there's my fucking 9-1, lads. That was a shot on target. Why didn't I fucking bet that?
I missed that note. Was it a shot on target?
Yeah, from Luke Shaw. Shot on target. What are you looking up most?
I'm just updating the ticker.
Doing your job for you, Sean.
He's doing a good job in fairness.
Your boy Kai Havertz is playing later on, is he?
Is he? I don't know. What game is on after this?
Munich and... Oh, I don't know actually.
Jeez, lads, imagine if we did this in the man cave. Fucking just sitting there for like 8 hours watching 3 games in a row. Damn real.
Yeah. That's why he's not taking Bruno and Pogba off. Like, this game is done.
Yeah,
he's taken off everybody else. He's taken off. He's taken off Matic. He's taken off.
Oh, this is lovely.
Taken off.
Oh, this is lovely. Oh,
he's taken off Martial and Rashi. So and Greenwood. He can't take anybody else off.
Oh, what a question here from PBOG Gav. What do you do to combine to make the worst player possible?
Eric Jemba and Jimmy Traore.
Eric Boy.
That's unbeatable. Like that's actually unbeatable.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
that is up there. Emil
Jesse
Heskey and
Lingard
Juan
has to
Mata.
be. Oh,
I said
I thought it was in.
He should have gone down.
I thought it was in Mary Jane. I thought it was in Mary Jane.
Bruno is fucking silk. What a ball, like. If he went down there, that was a penalty. He got pulled back to it.
Who's better, Igalo or Iggy?
Igalo. Not even a quick. Origi scored a few poxy goals last year and everyone thought he was a world beater.
He got one goal against Barcelona and they thought he was the fucking coming of Jesus.
I hate Liverpool so much. Like, I hate him with a passion. I definitely. Do you reckon? What do you care more about? Loving Man United or hating Liverpool?
Loving United.
Oh, it's close.
I hate Liverpool way more than I like Man United. Way more.
I'm disappointed that Gallo didn't go down there.
He had a chance on. He's a positive guy, his audience. Goes for the opportunity. I love how Klopp, though, has proven us right since they won the league and he's still being an arsehole, like. Being bitter, complaining about interviews because they don't ask him the questions he wants.
Proper journalists like asking questions.
What did Jose say about him? He wanted a fish dinner and he didn't, and he got something else. I can't remember what he said. Remember?
Origi has that clutch gene. Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know about that.
Poxy gene. I'm very disappointed.
He scored a poxy goal against Barcelona. Just time yet, Sean. Just time yet. See, the game is over now. It doesn't matter enough to Phil Lungine tackles it.
Yeah.
JJ, do you think that there has been any other player in the history of football that has made such a difference to the team in such a short time as Bruno Fernandes?
I know he's going to say.
Remember, we were shit in December.
Yeah.
Like even back in December, you were calling for Ole's head.
I was close to it.
You are.
There probably is, but I don't.
Van Dijk, Alisson.
Oh, Van Dijk is a fucking shout. Well, no, because Van Dijk came in January as well, and you weren't like, oh, the fucking.
You are
because of that.
You are. They got way better.
Were you?
Yeah, you are. Of course.
No, I still think Bruno is ahead of Van Dijk, and this Alisson thing is a myth.
I know, but Alisson's good. I know you've got an opinion about him. You're never going to change it, but like that fucking Karius and that other shithead, like he is.
Yeah, Van Dijk is close to Bruno. Alisson, no. Van Dijk would be a good shout, actually.
I know you slag me always, JJ, about being shit at championing lads, but what about me championing Van Dijk when he was at Celtic?
Yeah, that was good. I need to plug this in, actually. That was a good shout by you.
Did you all just miss like Wamba just crossing the ball in there and like literally nobody in the box? He like didn't look up whatsoever.
Are you on your laptop there, JJ?
No, I'm on my phone.
What are you plugging
charging
in?
from my laptop?
Are you watching?
I'm on my phone charging from my laptop.
What are you charging your laptop?
My phone is charging from my laptop.
All right.
Only JJ would have that logic.
Like, yeah, JJ is the stupidest.
JJ would have that logic.
He's going to.
So I'm not near enough.
His laptop battery has drained from charging his phone, so now he's plugging in to charge his laptop so he can charge his phone. Even though it'd be a lot more efficient for the 10-15 minutes that you were away putting MJ like for her nap. If you just plugged your phone in, it would have charged up like more than enough.
Or now you could just plug your phone into the wall where the laptop is plugged in.
Well, I can't because it's not in a position where I can sit and watch the telly. So
it's my logic is actually your couch. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm a problem solver. You're not.
You're a fucking
Jesus
MJ's
Christ.
pulling my phone.
You're a problem creator.
MJ's pulling my phone.
Also, do you know who was just given like a solid 7.5 out of 10 performance today?
Who?
Paul Pogba.
Yeah.
Which is what you need
Your boy
from
Paul?
him. Just consistently 7 out of 5 and every now and then bumping it up.
7 out of 5. That'd be fairly
Or
good.
7.5 out of 10. I'm not good with
De Gea.
numbers.
No, you're not. De Gea's gone.
Yeah, he's finished. He's finished. But like, he's still young enough. Is he a type you could revive, or is he just done?
No,
Nah, he's done.
sell him. What we need to do is revive him for the next 6 games, have him play very well, and then sell him.
Bruno's away. Bruno's away.
Go inside. Come in. Oh, yes. Norma,
what a
thank you.
ball.
Oh, Norma, you fuck.
Odion.
On Iggy.
Oh,
Iggy? Oh, yeah, Odion.
I love how Odion's natural instinct is just to go for goal. Like,
Game changer.
He wants to get those bonuses. Absolutely.
Oh, that's fucking if anyone's going to Tesco and getting those seltzers, that's the nicest one by a mile. Blueberry and lime. Oh, Mods, it's too easy to drink. 5% as well. You fucking get pissed on this.
Oh, geez, 5%. You won't be up till about 5 o'clock tomorrow.
the short play is it now?
You'll be jumping over
think I
windows
have-
and everything tonight. Ah, yeah, but it's only
I think
250 mLs. Like.
Yeah, but you drink a pile of them.
5 to
Red
run
drink
here
is
and
never-
make a bottle.
Jade, there's only a few minutes left.
Good luck.
Take it easy.
Yeah, say bye-bye. Say
Bye,
bye-bye.
MJ.
Good luck.
Bye.
I apologise to everyone watching for the rubbish that's going to be talked and I'm gone, but sure, what can I do?
Come back, JJ. Good luck. Do you not have
Alright,
bottles in the
good luck,
fridge? Like,
alright.
oh, you have to heat them up, do you?
No, he has to
Yeah,
make
come on,
himself.
get it.
We get pulled off
Oh, I know.
YouTube. Just pull up the top there.
I never told you actually. I was at home there. On Wednesday, and we did TV test. I saw the vet.
We get
the vet was
cancelled
up.
after that month. Go on.
The vet was up, and like his son was in my class, so he would remember me before playing football and stuff. And he was giving out to me for not playing football anymore and things. But then when he was leaving, I could see him over at the gate with mom and dad. He was kind of like making shapes, and I thought he was saying how he was actually getting fucking bigger and stronger and stuff. And then when I went into the house, oh my god, Dad was like, the vet was saying there that you're after turning out a lot like your mother. And I was like, oh, how would you mean? He goes, you've got a big pair of tits in you.
Oh, that is brilliant. That is brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh,
On that
man.
note, I leave you.
Oh,
Good luck.
that's quality. Take it easy.
Look, JJ.
Right, right.
Bye.
That was quality.
You can't beat Kerryman, can you? What do you think about that? What do you reckon when Henderson comes back? Henderson has to start. Just get rid of the hair. Sell him.
Tough one, isn't it?
Like, I feel like if the Rona hadn't happened and we were in like a normal
Yeah.
position now where we could sell players for the right price, the hair would be gone.
Yeah.
But it's tough now.
Or do they put Henderson back out on loan again next year? Probably.
Yeah, I think they do.
Do you put him out for like a 6-month loan to January to kind of cover yourself just in case type of a job?
No, I think if they're loaning him for a year, and you give him you have to sign him to a new contract. You have to give him more money because you can.
Yeah.
You can't
put him back out
yeah.
on loan next year without giving him a new contract this year.
Yeah, I think you give him 5 years. You go on loan for a year, maybe even 2 years, and
Yeah.
you because playing for Sheffield United and Sheffield United are a good team in the Premier League. There's nothing wrong with that. He's getting more experience. I think
He will also be England's #1 next year.
Oh, 100%.
He will, so he'll have that. So you're kind of thinking, right, that's enough pressure for you. You don't want to be United's #1 then as well.
And also we'll see how he'll deal with that pressure because everyone who's England's #1 just dies.
Goes to shit.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. If he can deal with that, he can deal with Man United, so it'll be good.
Yeah. I think you put him out on loan. You have to give him another contract this year. This summer,
you
you
have
have
to
to give him a contract and then you put him out on loan.
Yeah,
See what happens. And I think either way, you cash in on the hair next year. You have to. And then that's it. And like De Gea has been unbelievable for United. Like he's been fucking brilliant. But I think now's your time. You cash in.
Like the worst thing that could happen is we could get caught like Chelsea and have to pay 100 million for a goalkeeper, and then he's shit. You know, we have a few good goalkeepers now. We need to take care of him, like, because like the problem as well is if you give Henderson the start too early, he could get cocky and he could, you know, like, because goalkeepers, once they lose that little bit of mentality that makes them great, they go to shit.
Yeah.
So if that could happen, go on, Fred.
Shoot.
Oh, what a save! Ramsdale has played very well. He's made a load of saves.
He's made like 10 saves or something ridiculous.
Ramsdale's a very good goalie. I bet you a bigger team will buy him. Like, would Ramsdale be worse than Jordan Pickford in goals for Everton? I don't think he would.
Jesus Christ. Like, Pickford is... Average. Beyond average. Come on, Maguire.
Come on, Lerma, get sent off. Oh. Goal. Oh,
nearly.
Penalty? Offside. That'll go to VAR, will it?
Offside. Was he? Or yeah.
He was, yeah. Mile off.
Oh, would have been a penalty otherwise.
Yeah. This has been a good game. Most entertaining game we've done so far.
Very enjoyable game.
I just hear Gary Neville talking the other day about how behind closed doors favours the better teams because it's basically just like a game of football. That's actually a great point, I think. Like,
yeah,
it really has.
And like you don't have the crowd influence in a referee. You don't have the extra lift a crowd will give the weaker side. So it makes a huge difference.
Yeah. Era 247 says Pickford nowhere near the top 10 goalkeepers in the league. I'd agree. He's rubbish.
Yeah.
And also final score almost, I'd say here, 3-0 to Leicester City. So
we got Jamie Vardy's back in the goals.
Jamie Vardy back in the goals indeed. Yeah.
That's him fucking up to 21 goals for top scorer now.
He's a lot of goals, isn't he? Fuck him.
Jeez, he does. I think this will be his last year, won't it? Because he's tipping 30, you know, it's a...
What you mean last year is like a top goal scorer?
Yeah.
But he never played until he was like 24, 25 in the Premier League.
Yeah, but his speed will disappear.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. And he's one of those... Can he reinvent himself like, say, like a Ryan Giggs did and other people did? It's hard to see him doing that, like.
I also like how JJ disappeared just as this game was ending when literally he could make a bottle and come back, but it's obviously because we were going to slag him about Eddie Howe that he left.
That's a good point.
That's actually why he left, because he knew we were going to come after Eddie Howe.
Wasn't JJ saying, like, at Christmas when he did that podcast that if Solskjaer was to go, you'd either get Pochettino or Eddie Howe? Like, that was the two he was saying. And maybe I said that, but, like, JJ definitely said it.
JJ's all over Eddie Howe.
Yeah. Like, the thing about Howe is was he with Bournemouth before and then did well with him and then went to shit and got sacked and then they brought him back in, or was it Bournemouth? Was it another team? That definitely happened. He got sacked from one team and then got brought back in. I'm pretty sure it was Bournemouth.
I don't think so. I think he's been at Bournemouth for the last bloody 6-7 years easily.
Eddie Howe. Let's have a look at this.
I think he brought them up and he kept them up.
I don't think he did. Robbie Savage. Why the fuck would you have Robbie Savage anywhere? Oh, that's awful big.
Where's Eddie?
Eddie Howe, team manager. Yeah, see, I was right. Hold on, go back. Bournemouth. He got sacked by Bournemouth. Then went to Burnley, and then went back to Bournemouth. Yeah, so he was at Bournemouth for 3 years, and got sacked and got brought back. So he went to shit like. That's
interesting.
Yeah. Edward Howe, an average manager. What games are coming up? What games are coming up today?
Wolves, Arsenal. I think
Chelsea,
Wolves are going to do Arsenal, and Chelsea, Watford. I think Chelsea will get back on track there.
See the lineups. Adama Traore playing for Wolves, so yeah, they probably will win. What do you think of Arsenal at the moment? Like, they have Nketiah playing up front, they have Saka playing on the left wing.
Like that game last week. What was their last game that they won? Like they got to do in 5-0 or something.
Yeah, they trashed them on average. Like, yeah. I think.
They beat Norwich 4-0, and you were like, oh, right. And then you actually looked at the goals, and the Aubameyang goals were absolute gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And Norwich had like loads of hitting the posts and outstanding saves. So like Arsenal are done.
Yeah, Arsenal. Like the problem with Arsenal as well is they have a good manager. Like like Man United, they have a
They
bad
don't have the
manager.
players.
Yeah, the Man United have a bad manager. An okay manager, like with good players in certain positions, but need to move. Like at least Man United, you can see like signs of moving. Whereas Arsenal, they'd need, and like Arsenal, not going to spin as well. They've just proven they're not going to spin.
I suppose then you can look at it the other way in that United are now, 7 years down the line since Moyes came in, and we have gone through our fair share of managers. Like Arsenal are only halfway into that kind of development. But yeah, and they're not bringing in good players, and they don't have the academy. At least United always have the academy where you're like, oh well, something's coming through. I don't see it with Arsenal.
Yeah, Arsenal have a few good players,
and you also had Eric Zaka, halfway through the year taking off the armband and the jersey and fucking it on the ground. Like,
oh yeah,
the club's fucked.
Eric Zaka, Granit Xhaka, is it? Yeah, that's
his brother. It's his Christian. It's his Catholic name.
It's Christian. Yeah. 3 or 4 signings, United can compete for the title. To be honest,
if they focus just on the Premiership,
we get drawn into that, don't we? Which I don't know.
But like 3 or 4 signings is huge, because you're saying 3 or 4 signings is quarter of a team, and then you're asking them then to embed in ridiculously quickly. I think if you like, I actually think what they've been doing has been quite good. They got the 3 boys in last summer. 2 of them have been pretty damn decent. They got Bruno in January, who's been brilliant. If you could get 3 signings in again this summer and have 2 of them work out, brilliant. I think you're still thinking. I still don't see them competing next year. You are kind of thinking, right, the year after, if everything goes to plan.
Yeah, I feel like we need big players. I feel like we still need that big central. I feel like if we got a central defensive midfielder and a centre forward, we'd be very good. I feel like we'd be easily top 4. We need a goal scorer, but we need a goal scorer who can play as well. Like Kane, I don't think Kane is the man. But I don't know who the man is. And we're talking about spending 100 million on Sancho. I think the 100 million would be way better spent on a defensive midfielder, someone like a Casemiro, or I know it's going to be hard to get him, but a Verratti or someone like that. We need a world-class player to make us tick in that area with Pogba and with Bruno Fernandes. So,
and we still probably need, I would say the 2 areas that if they're 2 good players, it should be the centre-back and the defensive midfielder. They're the 2 players that you're thinking, right, that's what we actually need. Anything else then is a bonus. Whereas if you're going about getting Sancho and then just filling in and around that, you can probably get by without Sancho. He would be unbelievable, but you can probably get by without him.
You've always said, though, that no team will win the Premier League, and I suppose maybe it's changed this year, but no team will win the Premier League without a 20-goal striker. United don't have that,
No.
Do we need that?
Yes, I think, I think you always need that player that's going to guarantee. And it's not just has one amazing season of 20 goals. It's no, you know that they're going to guarantee you 20 goals. And that's it.
Who is that, though? Would you sign a Robert Lewandowski? I know he's 31.
No, he's too old now.
I don't know. Is he the player we need for 2 years? Like a Robin Van Persie came in for 2 or 3 years?
No, that's like doing Zlatan. That's what that is.
I think we need some of that, though. I see players like, say, Khedira going to clubs and doing well for a couple of years, or say like a Toni Kroos, if we signed him for a few years. I think there's nothing wrong with that, because it's not as if we're signing all old players and trying to build a team around old players. We have Bruno Fernandes, we have Rashford, we have Martial, we have Greenwood, we have Shaw, we have Maguire, we have Lindelof, we have all young players, Wan-Bissaka, and a few young goalkeepers. I feel like if we signed a few players just to kind of get us by, and even for 1 season, 2 seasons, to get us over that line, I think there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know, if we're building the whole team around that, like going fucking full Bolton, there'll be a big problem with that. But I don't know. Yeah. It's difficult though, because those players we're looking for, that central defensive midfielder, like you were saying earlier on, name one. It's impossible to name one, or like a striker. It's very hard to get that striker as well. But
yeah,
I don't
and
know.
then you're thinking, right? Well, is that the case where you look to source a Bruno Fernandes type that they're competing really, really well elsewhere, but it's not necessarily a league that you rate. And then you kind of get them to come here and then be that extra thing. You're not. And look, I think United have done the mercenaries. They've done the big names to come in to try and plug the gap. It hasn't worked. I think we've gone through so much shit now for so long. I'd happily wait another year or two just to get everything settled and right, and then kick on from there. And that probably does mean Liverpool win. Do you know what? I don't see Liverpool winning the league back to back.
We'll see.
There's actually there's nobody that actually makes you think that can compete with them. But at the same time, I don't see them doing it back to back. They have been very, very average since February.
I think the league could be very competitive next year between City, Liverpool, and Chelsea. I think it could be very competitive. Because, like, signing Werner and what's your man's name from Ajax they signed? Like, he's a good player as well. Ziyech or whatever the fuck you call him. Like, those are two huge signings for Chelsea. And Pulisic is just coming. Like, Pulisic's like a new signing the last couple of games. He's been fantastic. Imagine that front three playing together. That's huge for them. Like, absolutely huge. And then they've Gilmore coming through as well. He's like a new signing. Kante is fantastic. Jorginho is a good player. Like they
have the Kovacic is actually decent. They have that.
Yeah. He's
they have that kind of fella. They have that midfield that is happy to sit back and just break up play. They have that sorted.
And they have more classy players than Liverpool in that position who will also work hard. Yeah. Like Kante is fantastic. Question: United should try to get Aubameyang since his contract is up next year. Huge player. That's a great call. Like Aubameyang has scored 20 plus goals in every season he's been in the Premier League.
Yeah,
he'd be a great
being in a very, very average side as well. That doesn't create a whole lot for him. No, that could be your Van Persie that you get for 2 years to see you over. But then
31 as well.
He plays off the fucking left as well, doesn't he?
He doesn't. He can play up front. Yeah, he can play up front. But 31 is the problem as well with him. Lacazette, 29, he wouldn't be the man.
Or do you just forget about that and just be quite content with the three guys we have in front with Iggy, and then just try and see? That's where Sancho actually does come in, because you're like, if you actually do get Sancho there, you then have Iggy in the background, you've James in the background, you've Greenwood in the background, and you're actually pretty set going forward.
Greenwood needs to be in the foreground. He's too good.
But he can be. But like you have a big number of quality players then going forward for one signing.
I don't know where Greenwood is going to play. Like,
I think you go for you go him as your 9, don't you?
Yeah. Like, here's a question. Imagine if United get Messi. He's set to leave Barcelona after the season, is he?
Yeah, he's seemingly throwing his toys out of the pram at the moment.
He'll most likely move to City and play under Pep again. Where would you play Messi then? Like Messi wouldn't fit into that Man United team at all. Where do you play him? Like, well, Messi'd fit in anywhere because he's so good, I suppose. But
Messi in the Prem, I don't know. I think Messi, if he wants to leave Barcelona, he fucks away off to America for himself for a big payday. Go to Inter Miami and get a big massive payday with Beckham. I think that's. I would say that they'll give Messi another 2-year contract for huge money at Barcelona, and then he goes to America. I don't see him moving away from it. He's got nothing to prove at this stage, and I think it puts a big damper on your career if you actually do move to a city that is not an up-and-coming city. It's not a building city anymore. It's a city that's fucking in a precarious position at the moment. Which way they're going to go. So it's like, what's the benefit in ending out a fantastic career like that? Whereas Ronaldo did the smart thing. He left 2 years earlier. He went to Juve, who were already dominating in Serie A, where you're just looking to see, can you bring them into a Champions League, which is a case of priming yourself to peak for 2 or 3 games at the end of the season.
100%.
Like,
We're
it's
in fourth
not
now.
it's not as easy for Messi, I think.
Here's a wild fucking question. Should Man United sign Kylian Mbappe? Should we fucking bid 250 million for Mbappe and try to get him? And he's the answer, like, because he's the centre forward that'll score you loads of goals. He's a different sort of centre forward, but he's the exact centre forward we need to play with the other players around him. Like, I'd say fuck Sancho. They want 100 million for Sancho. Forget about that and put the budget for 2 or 3 players all in Mbappe and sign him. He's the difference maker. He's the one that'll win you the league. He's the one that'll win you the Champions League.
Yeah.
Forget about everyone else and sign him.
Yeah, I would happily take him over Sancho any day. I just don't. It's just not feasible. Well, it's not feasible now because PSG are going to be under no financial pressure anymore. Whatever bullshit the financial fair play might have put under them, they're sorted for the next 2 years now. Anyway.
What if Pogba? That's his way out. Pogba plus 100 million for Mbappe. Let's bring him in.
I think Pogba could actually be a huge player for us in the next 18 months.
Like, if Pogba knuckles down, he could be, but I don't ever see it. I feel like every 2 or 3 months it'll pop up.
I don't know. I think he's 27. There's nobody that can really afford him this year. He now needs to kind of settle down. This is going to be his contract. He's won a World Cup and everything, but at club level, has he actually done enough? It's like, well, what's the fucking point of me fecking away off somewhere else? I can actually get probably as big a contract as I can anywhere at United, with potential of getting them back to where they need to be and potential to win trophies. That's your option. I think you need to like really look at yourself and be, well, what do I want? What at the end of my career, what do I want it to be? Do I want it to be a guy that could have done it and just moved around clubs? Or do I want to be a guy that came back and actually did it? And that's the test.
Yeah. And what you were saying as well about Messi, like going to City and being like the up and coming City and bringing him to that title. Like, Pogba's in a position now where you say he's 27. By the time he's 29, he could have lifted Man United to win a title.
Yeah.
He could do that if he knuckles down and he's like the not a captain, but like the captain's role, like leading that team with new people coming in. I don't think he is that guy, though. I don't think he is that guy, unfortunately, but I suppose we'll see.
Only time will tell, as they say.
I Googled Paul Pogba's age there. You're right, 27, but I'm looking underneath. 21 Kylian Mbappe.
Oh, Jesus.
Sign him.
Jesus. Like, Pogba he's in a fucking very interesting time of his career as well.
United should sign Brendan Schaub to join the medical team. Yeah. God almighty.
Brendan Schaub just did the typical thing that you could predict that he was going to do and say, I got it, it was nothing, it was fine. Yeah, I gave it to somebody else in Texas who went home and killed their grandmother, but I'm fine, and that's all that really matters because I'm okay. Yeah, because you're fucking 35, mate. Like,
he's a selfish prick, is all he is. Yeah.
And I love Brian Callen actually looks like death.
Yeah.
Like, he looks rough as fuck.
But I know you're like working people, but like people have been getting it who are not fucking 70 and have been looking like death as well, haven't they? Like, like young people.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the part people are missing a lot. Like, it's not just dangerous to, like, your grandfather or whoever. It can be dangerous to you too. Like, if who knows what underlying condition they actually have, like, that mightn't show up.
Yeah, like, I would say I'm still not over my boat of it. I'm still getting little bits and pieces that I feel is related to it.
You owe me that fucking 20 quid, you bastard.
So it is, I'm now what? Like, that's nearly 4 weeks of me getting over it. I'm still not back 100%. It takes time. It's a viral infection. It's serious. It's not to be messed with.
No, it's not. How many... They were saying, like, what was it? 20% of tests are false negatives. That's
30%.
It's a 30%. That's huge, isn't it?
Massive.
Yeah. So
massive, and that's why the isolating yourself when you have symptoms is so important, because at least you're already taking yourself out of the equation of stuff, and you probably will. Even if you come back negative, you're going to feel so shit that you won't go anywhere. I know.
Mm-hmm. What do you think with the you can't get it twice? Is that still like correct?
Yeah, pretty pretty much. I think
Yeah.
all the people that had got it twice when they were re-swabbed didn't actually have it, and it was more of a case that it was just the body clearing out the system. I think what they don't know is how long your immunity lasts. Is it a case that you get lifetime immunity, or is it only like with the flu that you only get 8 or 9 months immunity, or with the cold that you only get a few months immunity out of it as well? So that's the issue.
Brendan Schaub went on a bike ride yesterday. Did you see that? No mask or nothing. He went out on a bike ride after having corona. How can you not be arrested?
Chances are he's only He's only trying to go the other way with it now, as if I'm fucking fantastic. I actually hope he gets a second bout of it, and
I wonder, does he actually have it? Like, that's another thing. Like, I've seen no proof that he actually has it.
He would, all right. He wouldn't say that he did. Well, I suppose
he's a liar. Like, he is a liar.
It's his narrative either way, doesn't it?
The problem with Brendan Schaub is, right, he's one of these people who's a fucking moron, but he's smart in certain ways. That's the problem with the people like Brendan Schaub, because like you can't call him absolutely stupid, but he's very stupid in other ways. Like the problem with people like him is they're influencing really stupid people.
Yeah, that's the issue. Like, I didn't realize that this whole mask thing was such an issue in America. Ridiculous. Of like people literally feeling that their rights are being taken away from them because they're being asked to wear a bloody mask in crowded public places. That's all. It's like, calm down.
Do you know what's funny? Like these people are crazy. They're on about like being, the world is so soft these days, and everyone is, they just refuse. Like, how soft do you have to be that you're so like self-conscious that you can't wear a mask? Like, what difference? How does a mask take away your freedom? Like, you can't like carry your gun, or you can't do whatever you want because you have to wear a mask. Like, what? Just shut the fuck up. Like, you're protecting yourself and you're protecting other people. Like,
and I loved then how they were saying like, oh, it's dangerous for your health, you can't breathe in it, and then everybody was just coming out and saying, oh yeah, because surgeons and dentists have been fucking dropping dead for the last 30, 40 years. Like,
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
And then if they go, oh, well, there's no evidence, it's like, but it doesn't really matter. It's like such a minor thing to have to do. And it's not going to be forever. It's like, that's the thing. Like, it's not going to be from now until the end of time. It's going to be for such a little length of time. And you don't have to do it everywhere. It's just if you're in crowded public places that you do it. Like, I didn't realize it was such an issue. And then it was a case that, like, I didn't realize Trump was making such an issue out of it as well. And then he came out and said, oh, yeah, it's okay to wear it. Like, Middle America is
ridiculous.
It's a fascinating place.
It's like a mask or a mild inconvenience. Like, I hate wearing them because it fogs up my glass. But like, I always compare masks to glasses. Like, when you got glasses first, you're like, they're a bit annoying. You have to get used to them. But now, like, you go and wear a mask and you don't even really know. Like, I've been wearing it for a few weeks now. Doesn't really make any difference. Like, it's ridiculous. Mad. Being told what to do equals they're taking my freedoms. It's very true. It's very true. Right, I suppose
to be honest, I'd be more worried about the Chinese stuff that's going on in Hong Kong and India and all the other stuff that is going on with Europe actually not saying anything about it and not wanting to put any economic pressure on them. I think that's a bigger issue than somebody wearing a mask because coronavirus is in the world.
What's going on?
With China, like, putting in their security laws into Hong Kong and basically taking it over. The UK offering the overseas citizens of Hong Kong citizenship within the UK, and China basically saying, yeah, that's fine, but we're not going to leave any of those people on planes to go to the UK. And a way to get the citizenship, they basically moved troops into the border of India. Europe have not put any economic sanctions on them whatsoever, only said, oh yeah, that's very naughty what you're doing. I think that's a bigger issue than wearing a mask for coronavirus.
I didn't know any of that. I feel like, right, if this had originated in Ireland or in India or anywhere else, it wouldn't be as big a thing because, like, we would have just shut down. Everywhere else would have just shut down from that country because we can't really shut down from China because they provide so much to us. Like,
our economies are too interlinked with China. So no.
What about did you see the Black Plague came up in Mongolia there yesterday? Did you see that?
Actually, the Black Plague's always around. It's always killing people.
What if somebody else
Like,
is
it
like,
actually
I was trying
is.
to find things.
But it actually is like, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it kills like hundreds every year anyway.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I'm pretty
grand.
sure it does. So it's grand. It's in from out there until it
What's-
starts spreading around everywhere.
What's your prediction out of coronavirus? You predict that it started to be 6 weeks and we're about
And I
fucking
was
20
right.
weeks and what's the crack in the UK? Scotland is going full New Zealand, is it?
Scotland's very, very conservative. So
That's
shops
good
only
though.
opened up here on Monday.
Mhm.
And then we now have to wear masks in, like, basically public places is mandatory. And then food restaurants aren't opening up until the 15th.
Mhm.
Same with pubs, but they're reducing down the 2 meter rule for those places. So
Are
it's
they?
very, very conservative. Numbers are good. Numbers are brilliant at the
Yeah.
moment. So
The
keep it
numbers in
that way.
Ireland have been good as well, even though we've been opening up. So
I
hopefully
think
it's
the
going well.
issue is, like, the issue is now international travel. That's the problem,
Yeah.
because you're going to get a lot of imported cases that you aren't going to be able to check. They're going to go touring around. Then you're also going to have Irish people doing a lot more staycations, staying within the country, where they are going to come into contact with people that they don't know where they're from, and it's just a case of, are you going to get people more aware to quarantine when they have symptoms? And you're obviously assuming that the hand washing and everything is now more set in people, so that the actual spread of it is going to be reduced. And you have to be very, very careful about how you portray the importance of contact tracing. You don't want contact tracing to turn into this thing that, oh, you're shamed because you met 30, 40 people in the space of time of having coronavirus. You want it to be a very positive thing, in that people are very forthcoming with the people that they have come in contact with, and that those people are very confident in isolating themselves then for 2 weeks. So you have two things there. You need to make it very, very open that people shouldn't be fearful of coming forward with who they've met. And then you also have to have something in place that those people that are being forced to isolate, and maybe forced to isolate 3, 4, 5 times by the time this is all over without ever getting it, that there has to be some support package in place for them financially. So like they're the two biggest issues going forward now.
Also, why can't, we're talking about international travel. Why can't they test people when they come into the country? Like, my sister went to the hospital there a couple of weeks ago and she got tested and she had the results in 2 hours. Like, why can't they put everyone on hold for 2 hours before they come into the country and test them?
Like, ideally, your perfect situation is you get swabbed before you go on the plane on the opposite side, and by the time you land on the other side, you have your test result back, so you know whether you need to isolate or not. That is perfect situation, but I just don't know, is it feasible when you're talking about the numbers of people that are going to be traveling again?
Yeah, but like, I don't think the numbers of people traveling are going to be as much as they were, because people just simply won't do it. Like, there's no way I'd go somewhere now. Most people wouldn't go places, so the numbers are going to be down anyway. And if, like, it's going, like, we talk about the new normal. If you want to travel, you're going to have to add on another 2 hours onto your journey, like, so you can get the results from a test. I think there's no problem with that.
And there is countries that are doing that when they land, they swab and test people, and you're not allowed to leave until your test comes back negative.
Oh, that's
so
good.
like that
Ireland could be doing
that is feasible, but I don't know if Ireland can afford that.
Is it that expensive?
It probably would be, like, if you're talking thousands and thousands every day. And they don't have the capacity. Like, you don't have the capacity for that testing.
Maybe. Ibrahim talking about Sweden. I was talking to Philip O'Connor yesterday on the podcast about that. And I don't know. So it's weird. It's odd to know, because we talk about, like, flattening the curve and, like, whether you do things or you don't do things. Like, the problem with America is, like, they tried to do it for a couple of weeks and then they gave up on it, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse. Like, if you went from I don't know. I don't know the best way to do it.
I don't think there is any simple answer for it, and that's why I think politicians, they're probably not right at the best of times, but I think they have quite a tough job now at the moment. So I don't think there's any way that they're going to get everything right. So it's just like you kind of have to hope that they're doing the best they can. But I think New Zealand are your gold standard. They managed it unbelievably. That's what you have to mirror to some extent.
I don't understand why everyone's not doing New Zealand, especially now. Say, like, Ireland and Scotland, when the levels are low, if you did it for a couple of weeks, it'd be completely gone. I don't understand why they're not doing that, but who knows? All right. I
And
suppose.
again,
Go on.
I think it's probably economies. We're all too ingrained with Europe, whereas New Zealand are way away, and they're kind of self-sufficient in
It's
that
true
way.
as well. But like, I feel like if the UK said Scotland, England, Wales, Northern Ireland, Ireland all went together, that'd boost our economy hugely. Because if we had a green area between all of us, that's England and
Yeah.
Ireland are both each other's main economies. Like that'd help us
Yeah.
all out very well.
But little thing called Brexit.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. They should just forget about Brexit now. Everyone has forgotten about it already. Like it's like what the fuck is
Little thing called Brexit.
fuck's sake? Fucking Nigel Farage ruined it for the rest of us. Never liked
And he
him.
was dead right.
Was he? All right, I suppose we better end it there. Thanks everyone for listening. Thanks JJ for tuning in for about 10 minutes there. Thank you, Muzz. They were very good. And we'll see you all next time. Good luck.
Good luck.